Shit.
Look at
Well,
his face.
Oh,
wow.
geez.
we're on, by the way.
Look at his fish.
Uh,
Well, hello there, friends.
yeah.
Say hi.
I was
Say
gonna
hi to
count
the
it down,
audience, buddy.
and then I accidentally clicked, so we're here.
Yes, it's all because of an accident.
That's
That's
the doggo.
familiar.
Damn.
Alright, I'm gonna let
Things
you
you
down,
hate to
buddy.
hear. Okay.
Who's looking at me with these stupid eyes? He's like,
Oh my god. I moved my mic a lot closer, so.
When is Buddy not looking at you with stupid eyes?
Aw, buddy. Anyways, we're here. We're live. Yay. So, welcome back.
What were we doing last time?
That's what I'm gonna get into.
God,
So,
I don't remember.
we're going to the forest.
last week, our party had successfully infiltrated the College of Bloomington, a
Oh, that's where the room went.
mostly bard and wizard school. Are we going on a trip with Brandon? The hotel tour? Pog? This is way more interesting. Just watch Brandon's camera.
It's not a very interesting hotel. It's kind of a cramped space.
That's fair. But, so after successfully infiltrating the Bloomington College, Colress distracting majority of the students and some of the faculty with a long-winded speech about how he found a tomb of a very
It was an important
influential.
tomb.
It was a very of a very influential figure in the history of the Republic of Kunir. So, I'm gonna move my camera a little bit, but all in the meanwhile, our party members Jada and Kaylin, which I was just making sure that everyone's in the right place because I didn't check to see that, but we are.
Oh, yeah.
So, because last week we weren't.
We are to
Um,
watch this.
Brendan,
No, Brendan, stop.
Don't change your nickname, please.
God. So, I lost my train of thought because I was telling Brendan to stop. So, Jada and Kaylin, the two elves of the party, found their ways into the college, specifically the dorm area. And after successfully disguising themselves and making people believe that they are teachers, or I guess, sorry, it was only Kaylin that said she was a teacher, and then Jada was or wait, no, it's the other way around? I don't remember, but
I
said
was
I
an
was
RA.
Yeah.
Kaylin was a teacher, yeah.
okay. But regardless,
You
yeah,
And
you
a
guys, yeah,
Yeah.
Wait. you actually managed to somehow keep it the same, so good job, Roach.
It was pretty great.
What did he put? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he changed it. It's still the same, so. Anyways,
I'm still Crimes Johnson.
yeah. Although I don't think you've really committed a serious crime yet, so we're gonna have to change that, I guess.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
He's
getting there.
escalating.
True.
I need opportunity.
Opportunity, you know.
I'm an opportunistic predator.
Indeed. So,
So get in the
I'm
van.
not
Jada and
good at
Kaylin-
evil, after all.
had successfully looked through all the dorms in this building, coming up empty on their search, until at some point they had noticed a slight difference within the stairwell of this building, which they discovered happened to be a secret door that led downwards into.
I remember I found it and someone else opened it.
Yeah, you failed to open it. Kaylin managed to get it.
Yeah, you feel pretty badly if I remember.
Yeah, it was
It was
pretty
just
bad.
kind of a crowbar sticking out.
Yeah.
Dice were not happy.
Well, it's a small elf girl trying to crowbar open a heavy concrete door.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
pretty-
it doesn't work very well. So, Kayla and Jada, I don't know why I said Jaden, Jada, made their way down, kind of coming into what appeared to be a very disturbing, almost hospital-like room. There was various basic-ass beds placed throughout the room. You can find IVs and various medical instruments within the room. And looking through, you actually managed to find what you were looking for.
Oh, that smells like a real Jolly Rancher.
Oh,
Fuck
oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is that like sour apple fucking... Is it a tonic? Oh. Oh, damn.
Watermelon
I thought
Crush.
it was alcohol. Because my dad has something that smells just like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, that'd be Sammy Hagar's rum.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, enough of getting distracted about drinks. So, you guys had successfully found what you were looking for in the small runic stone that Tathara had instructed you guys to find. Get my notepad up. So making your
I
way
believe
out.
it is in my possession.
Well, yeah. And as you guys were fixing to make your way out, you had heard footsteps coming down the stairs, set up a short ambush, but found that no one had walked forward. So there was...
Magic rock. It is in my inventory.
Yeah. As far as you guys know, there's potential that you at least weren't seen going into the room. You know that someone knows you went in at the very least. Or that someone went in.
Well, yeah, we couldn't close the door.
Yeah.
So somebody's gonna find out.
Oh, yeah. It's been like a day at this point, so yeah, someone has already definitely found out.
Well,
Is it a major scandal yet?
No.
considering that Dr. House was killed?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So, of course, he didn't actually give you a name.
We're just gonna keep calling him Dr. House then, if that's okay.
Sure, if you want to refer to him as that, sure.
We're gonna call him that even if it's not okay, so...
I know, that's why I just said it was okay, because it doesn't matter what I say here. So, making your way back to the hotel that you've been staying at that is owned by Tathara, you informed her of your finding of the rock and what you found in that same room, in which she called in... Oh, you also had found some medical documents that Ogden was able to make some sense of, but still, he's not a trained professional. So she brought in an actual official doctor, and he revealed pretty much most of the details and said that this is something that you guys should not look into.
And then he died.
And then at the end of the next session, as you guys were fixing to make your way out of the city, you found a large crowd gathering around what appeared to be a dead body. And upon looking upon the dead body, it is revealed that it is the Doctor. That is definitely not either Doctor Who or Dr. House.
Damn, he's on to me.
It's Dr. Y.
Fuck.
Dr. Homeless.
So,
Opposite Dr. House.
yeah, you guys are all... That is actually... Maybe that's a good name.
Dr. Tint.
Dr. Homeless, Dr. Tint. Dr. Tennant? That way now he's
No,
Doctor
it's
Who
both.
and... he's Doctor Who and Dr. House.
That's good. That is good.
I'm actually making that canon. You're welcome.
Is Dr. Tennant now?
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you guys are now seeing... You said dead doctor. What are you guys doing?
Did we receive news of his death or did we find him dead?
As you were walking...
We
Yeah.
came across him being inspected by the guards, I believe.
Yeah. You guys...
Now,
If I
He was just in
recall
the
correctly,
street?
your
he was
immediate
just,
reaction was...
like shanked in the street.
If I recall correctly, your immediate reaction was something akin to, I didn't do it.
No.
No, I wouldn't have said that.
I don't think I gave you guys a chance to say anything. It was kind of like, you guys see the dead doctor, that's the end of the session. So there
Yeah, I
was
think
there
that's
was nothing afterwards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys can see the guards kind of keeping people out of the way, and you can see it is definitely him. He's wearing the same clothing. You can see his cane, which was snapped in half. and you can definitely tell it's him.
Did I try to find out what snapped his cane? Like, did someone just bend it over their knee, or was it like something exceptional?
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence, eh?
Yeah. Okay. So
I use
kind
the
of
help action on him.
looking at it,
No need.
you can tell what probably broke it is he tried to use it to block something. And whatever he was trying to block it with, clearly a cane's not going to hold up against. So
So it was something powerful, not really sharp.
How many canes does it take to stop a 9mm bullet? Find out next time in our next episode of Demolition Ranch.
Yeah,
This
he does a
episode
lot of
Demolition
those.
Ranch. We're gonna see how many canes it takes to stop a 50 cal.
He
Or are we
does a
talking-
lot of those.
Hold on a second.
How
Hold on a
many
second.
blank
Let's-
does it take to stop blank?
yeah.
Like
Hold on a
a
second,
hell of a lot of
Are we
those.
talking
It's not
about
a clean
the
like,
canes you
break,
use to
but, like,
walk, or are we talking about the
rough break,
canes,
isn't it?
the food joint?
What did you say, Roach?
Would it?
It's not like a clean break. It's like
It
rough.
Like,
Okay, so we
stick
figured out
snap.
he used it to block something.
Yeah.
Could I make a check to determine what he blocked? Or is that like
we'll get to that in a second after I answer Roach. So it's clean enough of a cut that you can tell it was kind of sharp. It was still somewhat of a blunted object because there is sort of that clear pattern that it was an awkward break rather than just a clean cut.
So like an axe.
But
probably,
it's
then.
yeah, it's probably if you had to guess, the
Or-
closest thing you could think of, it's like an axe or like maybe a heavy claymore or something. You know, it's something heavy, but still kind of sharp.
a large
And-
bladed whip?
Yeah.
And he was just found in the street.
Yeah, he's roughly in what you guys would kind of know to be the actual housing district. You can presume, off assumption, that he probably lives here or lives somewhere in this area, but he's not like in a
He
lawn.
lived.
He is on like a sidewalk, essentially.
We should find his house.
We should find his house.
We should ask the guards if they know
Let's ransack
anything
his house.
about it.
I mean, let's find his house.
Okay.
We're gonna make sure everything's
What?
still there.
I'm going to make sure everything's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jada is
That's why I
definitely
I mean, I wasn't gonna steal from.
the dead.
Damn,
Jada and old Augie boy are
He
definitely
might
going
have
to
a
be
family
clearing
who
that place
still
out.
needs things.
Well, if that's the case, then it's not gonna.
Fuck that family.
We won't take anything. But if it's not,
I'm only going to take things relevant to our investigation. I promise.
Totally.
in the world of science, everything.
No,
Right.
but seriously
I don't believe
though,
a single thing.
I'm expecting his house to have been ransacked for anything he might have known.
Oh,
But
probably.
yeah, we should check it out just to see if there's any clues as to who did it.
Okay,
We know it was somebody probably from the school.
indeed.
Whoever's behind the.
So, how are you gonna figure out where his house is?
Ask your friendly neighborhood guards.
Guards.
Okay.
Or we could ask the. What's her name?
Tathara.
Who did he work for?
Tathara Beltis.
All right, let's go there.
Okay. So, immediately making your way back to the hotel that you just come from, you go up to the front desk. The clerk there looks over at you guys and says, "Ah, Miss Tathara's friends. Can I get you anything?"
You need to speak with her.
Oh, she's just
available?
yes, she's just in her office, right around the corner.
Because she could also be in danger.
In danger of what?
Being
We're not
murdered.
sure yet.
I'm not sure, but she could be involved. We need to make sure she knows.
Do I need to call the gods now just to make sure? Or
Well,
I think they already know.
The guards are a little bit busy.
the guards probably wouldn't know. Actually, there's no known connection here. So, he'll kind of also, now worried, will make his way around the counter and start walking towards the office ahead of you guys. And you'll see him open the door and he peeks his head and says, "Oh, thank goodness. Sorry, Miss Tatara. Your friends are here to see you." And he'll open the door and you can see her. She's just sitting at her desk, just working on paperwork. She looks up and takes off the glasses that she's wearing and says, I thought all of you were heading out this morning.
That
Wait.
doctor's dead.
Hmm?
And we think it's because of what we shared with him yesterday.
He is dead.
Would you like to hear it?
Would you like to be next?
No, not particularly.
All right. Then we won't share the information.
She
I
already know?
know. Assuming you're talking about the medical documents.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then you're probably next.
Oh,
Yeah, she just needs to be.
okay. So,
If not us, that is.
I would say we're all probably in the same boat at this point then, if that's the case.
I'm just
Yeah.
worried about the order of operations here.
Although, I will say,
It lets us make a better plan if we know.
Dr. Tennant, why is it back to fucking order operations again?
PEMDAS.
Him DOS. Now that he's a player, he can make the joke, but when we were doing it to him as a DM, he got upset.
Now,
This
just because
fucker.
of this, whoever's behind it is gonna be like the Order of Pimdos or whatever.
Don't tempt me.
The cult of Pimdos.
Oh, great God, Pimdas. Please show us the order of ways.
The god of mathematics.
God damn it!
Oh my God, I hate you all.
I didn't suffer. I didn't suffer through my math classes just to be done with them to get back into this shit.
Oh yeah, it's just
I
a math
I
campaign,
come to
baby.
D&D
If you
for
don't like math, fuck
escapism,
off.
not math.
You want to
Max,
solve your
you're
next
playing
puzzle?
D&D.
It's all math.
It's all math.
It could be
Everything's
worse. We could be
math.
playing like shit like Mathfinder, you know? At least we're not playing Mathfinder.
Yep.
Oh God.
Hey man, I passed Cal 2.
It's
Let's
all
fucking
math.
go.
Oh, you're only in Cal 2? I don't think you're ready for Mathfinder.
It's all math.
Just saying, I have played it, you know. Brain too
Love
small,
this thing.
probably. Anyways,
Yeah, get out of here.
so, she asked you guys to come in and close the door
Yeah.
behind you.
There's so
We will
much
do
rum in
so.
this, I may as well be drinking out of the bottle.
Jesus. What'd you say, Elf?
Yeah, I may have overdone it a little bit.
I am speaking
I'm
for
gonna drink it
everybody
slowly.
when I'm saying that we should probably not mess around with this one.
Yeah.
Seeing as how there is some shady stuff going on at the school, and just because we told him about it, he's dead.
I will also
You should
add.
search his house to see if he knew anything else. Do you happen to know where he worked? Or lived, sorry.
I do.
Where he worked would also be helpful.
He actually
But-
was retired, so he was not working. And
Alright.
I think what probably made him the easiest target out of this group was, of course, his
age.
old age, but he also does live solely alone with, I suppose he
Well-
has neighbors, but...
He was attacked in the streets.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
it
think
seemed.
whoever this is worried about subtlety.
Well... That is
Well,
true.
I doubt they're going to leave enough evidence for the guards to figure anything out.
Exactly.
Although...
They
And I
wanted
don't
to
really
just-
plan on telling them because I like watching them squirm. But
Also, if the more people we tell about this, the more danger
we
it
put
can
them in
bring.
danger. So,
I should tell my parents.
here's what we'll do. We'll split up for now. I will go and talk to the guards. They owe me some favors. Of course, I'll be in company of the guards, so I hope, at the very least, that's one of the safest places I could be right now.
Good luck.
Here, and you see how she pulls out a small piece of paper and begins writing on it, and holds it up to Colress, who I imagine is towards the front speaking. She'll hand that to you and say, "This is his address." It's relatively easy to find. I know you're not too familiar with the city, but if you could just take me to the scene of where the crime happened, and then we'll make our separate ways. For now. Sound like a plan?
I will take the paper and try and figure out if I know where the general area is.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
guess we're
there's
on
numbers
the way that way. Since...
Yeah, there's numbers. There's a street address. It's pretty much the same as anything you'd find.
I put it in ways.
You guys, Chorus and Jada have relatively high intelligence. You guys can figure it out. I think Ogden does as well.
Likewise.
Yeah. So you have 3 high intelligence
I'm a
characters.
fucking artificer.
Yeah, you guys have 3
Kinda
high
have to be.
intelligence characters. You're fine.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your wisdom though?
My wisdom is +2. I have 14 wisdom.
Okay, you guys have okay wisdoms then. Yeah. So yeah,
I have a +7 to investigation.
poggers.
I can find a place.
So continuing onwards, you guys, Jada kind of packs a small bag. You can see that she even straps a knife to her, or a dagger, to her belt, and then follows you guys out. You guys, I assume, without any detours, just lead her straight to the crime scene.
Sure, yeah.
As you guys pass the front desk, you hear say something to the cleric, or the clerk. Fuck.
You're a cleric here?
No, I just, I wanted to say clerk, but I have D&D on the mind, so I said cleric. It'd be like that. So,
A cleric with a quirk.
so,
My Dragon Academia.
yeah, leading her to the scene of the crime. You can see that the crowd has kind of dispersed a little bit. There's still quite a few people, but definitely smaller numbers than what it was when you first saw it. You see Tathara as she walks over and waves back to you guys and says, just follow that road. You'll eventually find the house. Once I get as much information as I can, or actually, I suppose you should come to me. That's probably smarter. Just make your way to... You don't know where the city hall is. Oh, shit.
We can find it.
Hopefully you can. It stands out a little bit, and it's towards the center of the city. Good luck. Stay safe. Just find me there once you're done investigating the house. And try not to steal anything that you shouldn't steal, please. He is still a close family friend. Or
I
was.
wasn't really
Totally.
planning on stealing anything from him. I doubt he has
Behind
anything
my
valuable
back.
enough worth it.
He was a doctor. A very esteemed one. But yes.
That's fair, but he's...
Anyways.
We'll see.
I'm trying to get us
Stay safe.
tempted to rob him.
And you watch as she'll make her way over to one of the guards. You see as she kind of whispers something in his ear, and he nods. And,
Wait. Did the doctor have any next of kin?
you're asking her this?
Yes.
She'll say, not anymore.
Alright.
His daughter passed away when she was young.
Rip.
And his wife was not the same afterwards, and, well, they
Suicide.
grew apart.
Oh.
And yes, you're right. But anyways, be safe.
As they say in the Poggers Empire, F.
Damn it. No, that's a new generation of slang. That won't happen for a couple hundred years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now it's
No, they still say.
You don't know this one yet, but your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah. No, they still say ripping pepperonis. We're going back.
Ooh.
Oh, they probably haven't reached oof yet either, huh?
Nope. They still say ah or ow. So,
Yikes.
Man,
Yikes.
kids these days.
Oh no, it's not. It's not the Roblox oof. It's the old Minecraft oof.
ugh,
Cool.
ugh,
Cool.
Ooh.
ugh.
Ooh.
Oh my
If
god.
somebody walks
Anyways,
if somebody walks in to like just the audio of this, like they're watching on the screen, and the mother walks in, hears the audio of this,
You're
they're
watching
gonna
a
think that they're
Minecraft
watching some
porn
gay.
parody.
Switch to gay porn. It's easier to explain.
Mom, you wouldn't
Honestly,
understand.
it would be.
Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, you
I
watched.
mean, with me and Brandon here, we're pretty much like what two. We're basically 2/5 already to gay porn. So
Bruh, I will never have
Wait,
sex
what?
with you.
Yeah. Hello.
no, I was talking about the quantity of gay as opposed to
Eh.
gay to straights.
Bruh. So, anyways, yeah, you watch. She walks over to one of the guards that's kind of keeping people back. She whispers something, and he turns his head over to a couple of the. I would say that you can definitely tell they're basically detectives. They're in less so traditional armor. You can still see that they're wearing armor, but it's leather opposed to these sort of half plate that most of the guards wear. You can tell that they're giving a good inspection of the area. And they kind of look up, and one of them stands up and walks over, and they start conversing. And at this point, you guys decide, all right, let's navigate through this neighborhood.
Skedaddle skadoodle.
So, given you guys are fairly intelligent as a party, it's not that difficult to find. You just walk down a little ways and go to your right, and then it's pretty much in a cul-de-sac there. Specifically his house, you kind of look at all the other houses that are around, and then you notice his house that stands a good bit larger than a lot of the other houses around. This is basically like if I were to equivalent it to something, it's a very small mansion.
The man was rich. We get it.
Yeah. But you can also see like it's almost
Be
to the
on
point where
phone.
it's like falling apart. You know, it's clear in his old age he definitely probably wasn't able to take care of it, or willing, either or. You can see the lawn around it's not really taken care of. The bushes are going crazy.
All right, enough dawdling. We don't know how long we have before they try to kill us.
Yeah.
So let's go inside.
Yeah. Making your way over. The door is locked, so either Jada can do her thing, or you guys can find another entrance.
Locks.
Which,
What are locks?
Funny.
just small recommendation, if you're looking for a potential break-in, it would also be a good thing if you went around and looked through the house, or on the outside of the house.
That's fair.
Open door.
You
Open
managed to
sesame.
unlock the door.
Open sesame.
The front
What's
door.
the
Is
main
anyone
joke?
staying outside to do what I recommended, or is everyone going in?
I'll do it, sure.
Okay, so Ogden's gonna stay outside. Are you gonna split up in pairs as a group, or are you gonna let Ogden go up by himself?
Caitlin, you're with me. Come on.
Okay,
Okay, I go with all.
so okay, so we're
Oh, the
splitting up
two
the
smart
same
ones go.
duo. Actually, Jade I think has either the highest or second highest. I'm not sure. Intelligence.
Yes.
For what?
For intelligence.
I think
17.
she's at 17. I'm at 16.
And Ogden would be the highest, maybe at. What are
He
you,
is an
18?
artificer. So...
No, he's at 17 as well. So you're tied.
Oh,
So yeah, and Caitlin's isn't bad, right?
I'm
Or no, it's
applicably
11.
the
Oh, never mind.
most the more intelligent of the two.
There's also like one of the few characters I can think of that Max has that's not just full in on strength. Strength is actually one of his lowest stats. So
On a max character? Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's all the alcohol. It's the alcoholism.
Charisma and strength are max as well as stats. Imagine.
Hey, same.
Wow.
I've been hungover so fucking much that my muscles have begun to atrophy.
Imagine having a low stat. I could never.
when I say low, they're 12. They're not negative or anything. I don't think really anyone has a negative stat in this party, which is boring.
My lowest is
13.
13.
Yeah.
Same.
We all rolled really well on stats.
I think
like,
the lowest overall for the party
ludicrous.
is Kaylin's 11 intelligence. Oh no, sorry, she has 10 strength. But anyways. So, Ogden and Colrus, thank you. We will start with you guys as you guys go around the house.
Okay, man, remembering shit.
Yeah, good job. So of course you can see the clear disrepair that this house is in. Making your way around, you can actually start to spot a few. I was almost gonna say broken, but that would be misleading, as they're pretty much just windows that just don't have the glass in them anymore. You can see like they're kind of
somebody
boarded
threw a
up.
baseball through it and just they never got around to fixing it.
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah. And you can see like
Plus-
instead of just fixing it, he just nailed some like boards in as an X just to kind of block it off. Kind
so
of.
I think that kind of answered my question a bit. But is it like the house is in disrepair purely because like it was ransacked, or
No, like as
just
I was
through,
saying earlier,
like,
it's
natural
purely
neglect?
natural neglect. Yeah, like he is an older guy, like really old. As I
Older
said,
elf.
he looked like a old elf, like clearly aged.
Why am I just thinking that? Why am I just thinking this is gonna go around a fucking monster house?
Ugh.
Oh, wow.
That's a
where's
fucking
Boomer
throwback
reference?
right there.
Yeah, where's the uvula?
Oh,
Not
that
a girl
okay. I actually had to look it up to remind myself what that is, but
References!
holy shit, I forgot about that movie. Oh my
That
god.
animation was fucked.
I only remember watching parts of it. I never watched the full movie, but Jesus. Anyways,
If you
So-
want the synopsis, creepy
bad.
southern dude falls in love with fat carny woman.
yeah.
Fat carny woman possesses house.
Yeah.
Blows up house. The end.
Indeed. Anyways,
Children.
and
Lot
while
of dead children.
this isn't, maybe the best, you can also still tell that it's at least boarded up enough so that way entry for anything except like a relatively small creature, like
Birds.
like
We may
birds,
find rats.
birds, rats,
Snakes.
snakes, squirrels, anything, raccoons, any sort of rodent could probably easily make its way into the building, but even like something as small as a gnome probably couldn't fit through the sort of small gaps that it has.
All right, so we won't probably find
Maybe a
any
baby
possums here.
gnome. A baby gnome could fit through, but you're Satan if you're shoving a baby gnome into an abandoned building, essentially.
Useless fact: halflings on average are actually shorter than gnomes.
Oh,
Kobolds smaller than halflings.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay. In fact, that's weird. I feel like gnomes should definitely be smaller. Like, what
I
about
would
weight
think.
difference? Because I feel like overall, like a halfling might be a little stockier than a gnome.
Kobolds
Maybe.
are shorter than halflings, but I think halflings are lighter in weight.
Interesting. So I'm gonna stick halflings in my yard from now on.
Garden halflings.
So you kind of X that out as a potential point of entry for any sort of break-in. Getting around to the back of the house now, you can see that there is a back door. There also appears to be a cellar door, which you can actually see does not have a lock on it. There's also various windows. Most of these are actually in, compared to the other windows, they're in okay condition. They're not completely shattered or anything, but you can still tell they're very, very dirty. But you can see the cellar, and then the back door a couple feet away from that. So you can try either one of those.
Let's check out the cellar.
Okay. So Colress makes his way over. You can see it's sort of that latch lock where you have to have like an actual lock that you just click in, and then you can't pull the latch. But that lock does not appear to be here. You don't see it anywhere on the ground. Give me a quick glance. So you just pull up the latch and open the cellar, and immediately are just hit with this awful musk. It is pretty rancid smelling, but not like a
like
rotting
mold,
corpse.
mildew?
Yeah, like mold, mildew. It's just definitely not been taken care of in a very long time. Even more so than some other parts of the house, you think. So, I assume you're still entering.
I mean, yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. So, Ogden, you're following, I assume, right?
Yep.
Okay. You two continue down the stairs, making your
the
way
area.
in. And the cellar, you can see there are various things stored in there. What appears to probably be a table with a one of those furniture cloth covers over it. I don't know if they have an actual name, but you can see it's kind of covered, so that way at least dust is not getting on it. So foresight, I guess. However, the rest of the entire cellar, you can see that there are empty wine shelves. There was probably some, maybe not specifically wine, but there was definitely some sort of alcohol kept down here at some point. But definitely no longer. You can really try to give a good look if you want to find anything in here. But doesn't, as far as you guys can tell, doesn't appear to lead into the house in any way.
That's interesting. It can only be accessed from outside?
Yep. From what you can tell. You would have to kind of start giving it a really good look through. This is kind of your initial first glance.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll dig around a little bit in here and see what I can find.
Okay.
Just looking around, seeing if there's anything that looks important down here.
Okay. And Ogden, are you doing the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Investigation checks from both of you, please. Is this one of the first times Chorus is getting to make an investigation check?
Which is a hilarious.
That's
thing.
Alistar.
Hold on, I'm on Alistair.
From a 6 to a 18.
18.
And then Ogden.
Oh shit! I was in the wrong fucking
Oh,
server for a second. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
All right then. It's investigation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Investigation. That is a +5. All right.
Wait.
Okay.
Shouldn't it
Good
be a
roll.
+6? No, sorry. I thought you had
No.
18. No, yeah, sorry. I thought you had 18 intelligence max. My bad. I was looking at it, I was like, wait, shouldn't that be a 6 with a 4 + 2? But no, yeah, it is 5. Okay. Total brain fart there. So, yeah, 18, 23. Damn, Chorus. Imagine getting shown up.
Even with
Kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Ogden begins T-posing.
No, I'm kidding. It comes down to the dice sometimes, you know?
It really do. 18's not
Yeah.
bad, though.
It's not. So
Cause like it's
you both you kind of split sides. Chorus, you go left. And
I
Ogden,
go
you go
left
right.
because left is always right.
That's why, yeah.
That is part of my character.
When I was
You
thinking in
would've
my
said
head,
go
I was like, he wouldn't go any way but left. So,
If you had said I was going to go left, I would have corrected you.
Yeah, I know. Uh, so, going to the left, you kind of start looking through the shelves, giving them a good scan. Other for pretty much the beginning shelves, it's just dust, pure dust. And once you get towards the last few, you do notice that there are a couple of bottles still left on the shelves. One of which is just completely empty. You can see the top's actually kind of broken off. So it's kind of poured out for the most part. You can actually see the stain that's been created on the concrete floor. And one bottle, while very dusty, you can see is in good condition. So if you would like to take that and look
can
through
I
it.
see what's on? Yeah, can I see what's like
Um,
on the label or anything?
Yeah, so I assume you're picking it up to look at it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, picking it up, you can kind of use your hand to just wipe off the caked layer of dust on this thing. And looking at the label, it appears like it's a very old wine, like probably expensive as hell. So that is on you.
Is it over a century old?
Yeah.
Does it count as an art object?
Depends on who you're trying to sell it to.
Yeah,
We'll leave that up to whoever you try to sell it to. You have to convince them.
I have a feature that says I can determine the monetary value of art objects more than a century old. So that's why I was last.
Yeah. Even no, I wouldn't say archaeology is gonna apply here. I was thinking about just giving it to you, but nah. That's not fun. Gotta work for that shit sometimes. But you could probably convince.
I will put it in the bag.
You probably convince someone to buy it for quite a bit of gold. So you'll set that in your bag.
Old wine.
Yeah.
Did you say convince someone to buy something?
Yeah, I unfortunately did, and I regret those words.
Are we scamming somebody?
No.
Oh, you know we are.
Oh my god, don't. You have.
I'm just gonna
okay, whatever.
My good self in the back.
Yeah.
Scamming is one of
Once
the
again,
most
yeah, that's
profitable
not-
forms of petty crime.
Not something actually being said out loud because Jada doesn't know what's happening. Although she probably has like this chill go down her spine, just like I heard, expensive. So on the opposite side,
There's a disturbance in the economy.
yeah, on the opposite side, Ogden. While unfortunately you do not find any sort of bottle left over, you do find what appears to be a sort of. So the walls specifically are made of sort of misshapen bricks. It's almost to kind of give it that sort of cave feel to it, but it's still bricks. There's differently shaped, so that way it has sort of a cool look to it. Specifically, Ogden, you can kind of see that there is a section of it that is slightly more misshapen than a lot of the rest of the
Hidden door.
a lot of the rest of the wall, and making your way
Hidden
over.
door, hidden door, hidden
you
door,
kind of
hidden door, hidden door.
feel around the wall, and eventually your hand presses into something, and it just kind of gives way. And he watches the door kind of pulls back and then slides, revealing what appears to be a hidden passage of some sort. Specifically, Jada, and it also is quite noisy. Jada and Kaylin, you do actually hear this as well, from inside the building.
Oh, we're still upstairs and we have some exploring to do.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna jump to you guys real quick. So
Hey.
Jada, Kaylin, as you guys make your way in, the door creaks very loudly. And immediately first step in,
I don't open it slowly.
it still creaks though.
Alright.
There's still like that.
Push that bitch open. You seen the beginning of Shrek?
Yeah. Yeah, that somebody. God. Oh my god. So yeah. Walking in, you can see that there is a foyer way out in front of you. You can see a very old, gnarly looking rug. That is an oval rug. You can see it placed out within the foyer. You can see that there are various sort of hanging chandeliers above you. There's actually two. I don't know why I said various, but there are two chandeliers hanging above you that appear to be out. My God.
Would you say that a tinderbox includes a match? It says flint, fire, steel, and tinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will indicate that you cannot get up there to light said chandeliers. They are
prestidigitation has a range of 10 feet. Am I 10 feet from the chandelier?
They're about 20, or actually maybe, yeah. I would say actually they're, because of how low they're hanging, I'll say you're about 10 feet away from them. If you stand right
I'm gonna
underneath.
light up some candles then on the chandelier.
Okay. Yeah, you light a few of the candles on the chandelier, and now there is quite a bit of light given off in this room. Which you both had dark vision, so you could already see the room pretty well, but it now allows you to see better, and distinguish or see what colors it is. You can already distinguish colors.
I'm going to move the rug and see if there's anything under it.
Okay. It is considerably large, but you kind of roll it up real quick. Not too difficult. I mean, it's nothing really. It's just wooden floor.
Okay. And if there's anything on the walls, I'm going to check behind them as well.
Okay. In the foyer, there are a couple paintings. You kind of slide them to the side, which moves the first layer of dust, and you kind of watch that kind of falls, and you find yourself sneezing a little bit here and there, but overall, it's just dust. And looking behind the paintings that are in the foyer, there's nothing.
All right. Moving on. What are all of the rooms on the bottom floor?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my dinner. So I'll send it to a break for right now. And we'll be back
I'll
in
go
like
get more food.
5-10 minutes. And we're back. Sorry for that quick break. It looks so weird because Brandon like changed where he was, I guess, but
So did I.
yeah. Well, but like you're still same camera angle. So
I'm getting comfy, baby. Comfy.
you had just looked through all the paintings, I believe, found nothing there. So within the foyer, there you can either go left, right, or up the stairs. It is on you and Kaylin to the side.
You go right. Left, because left is always right.
Okay. And also, just, if you want to, you can split up, but
I can't hear him. Is that?
yeah, Roach, are you on mute?
There we go. I have to push button. That way you don't hear him when he talks. We go right because right is always left.
I don't usually hear him from you, though. It's usually I hear you and him.
We're going left.
I don't want to go left.
Too bad, bitch.
And split up.
Jade is already just
I go
walking
this way.
left. Up the stairs or right?
I go
Kaylin?
right.
Okay.
We'll
So
go left because I'm always right.
God.
That remains to be seen.
Oh God. You're just gonna have to. You're making me describe more stuff now. Fuck.
I put on my left turn signal when turning right. Take that, fucking liberal.
Okay. What? So you're going right?
No.
Okay.
It's just it's a stupid fucking Russian Badger meme I remember.
Okay.
Take that, liberal.
All right. So, Jada.
Okay, hold on. Do him first. Hold on.
Okay. Kaylin.
What do I see?
Going right, you find yourself coming into a dining room. You can see it's.
Is there food?
Do you think there's food?
Is there food?
Do you think there is?
There probably would be.
No. This house is almost completely abandoned. You can see, however, that there is actually one single placemat and sort of a section at the head of the table that's not really caked in dust like the rest of the table is.
Is there an old, like stale like craft like singles like the fucking
No, there is
mac
no
and cheese
food.
cup thing?
There is no food.
The fork's still jutting out of it, just been sitting there for weeks.
God, no.
Because I gotta say that would be one of the most depressing meals of all in all of existence.
Sorry, the water for my ramen was boiling. What did I miss? What were you boiling water? Still can't hear you.
What were you boiling water in? I didn't know we had a pot.
Yeah? It's been in the sink for like a week.
Nice. Anyways.
Y'all live in worse conditions than I do. Jesus Christ.
It's a hotel. I don't know what you expect.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Our apartment is much, much better than this.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot.
Then again, I probably have about a combined total of like 500 miles of assorted wiring surrounding me right now.
Anyways. Back to D&D.
I just got that wiring just in a box of cables over there.
Let me just show you the lengths of the assorted lengths of wire I used.
Damn it. So.
Fuck you, Futurama jokes.
Kaylin, obviously there is no food left on the table because that.
Good.
He doesn't take that much care, but he at least isn't gonna leave food out, which will attract probably more rodents than he might already have.
I was just gonna say outwardly, got to say this is fucking depressing.
Well, you're not there yet, but we'll get to you, and I imagine you're definitely saying it no matter what. As you guys are walking through the tunnel, we'll say that's what you guys are doing. Because you're
there's a tunnel underneath this dude's house. Like, am I gonna?
Yeah.
Are we gonna? Oh my god, are we gonna basically have like this Wesker mansion sort of deal from like the first Resident Evil?
I've not played any of the Resident Evil, so no clue. So, Kaylin, you can see on the opposite end of where you entered the room from, there is a door that leads somewhere. I assume you go over there.
Yes.
It's just a dining room. There's big curtains that you can see that are kind of blocking the windows. There's a table. There's chairs. Yeah. So you go over the door, open it, and find yourself being led into the kitchen, which is surprisingly, the kitchen's actually fairly well kept. You can see the counters are somewhat cleared off. They seem to be clean. The sink that he has is empty. It seems like he does at least take care of the kitchen for some reason. So yeah. There are several different cabinets that you can choose to look through if you want. And there's also another door that appears to lead somewhere.
I will investigate the cabinets before going to the next door.
Okay, give me an investigation check, which you're bad at, so.
Hey, Lamau.
Bet.
Wrong cat. Oof.
It's perfect. Truth be told, it actually probably fits because I'm just opening cabinets.
Yeah. Actually, you're just opening cabinets. Like, but you literally just like, okay, I need to find that one thing. And you like open a cabinet look through it, close it, open a cabinet, look through it, open, close, open, close. And it's just like this speed run of opening and closing cabinets. And you're like, wait, did I even really look through any of those? Yeah, I saw enough.
It's not here. Onto the door.
You don't even know what you're looking for. So yeah. Bro, I'm making a mess. Hold on. Yeah, moving your way over to the door. We'll switch over to Jada. So Jada, on the opposite side of the house, I believe you can at least still hear me, so that's good enough. Okay. So Jada, on the opposite side of the house, you find yourself entering a living room. You can see that there's various chairs placed around. There's a set of couches, and what appears to be a table, which you can see actually has a puzzle on it. And the puzzle isn't really covered in dust, so you can tell it's probably something definitely much more recent. So, there's also, there's also, wait, fuck. Wait, so could he not hear me describing all that, or he walked away, so I won't know. Whatever.
He walked to the bathroom, so I don't know when he'll be back.
Because he said, now I can hear, which makes me think he couldn't hear me. Or now he can hear me. Well, the problem is this is the point where you guys are going to be meeting and running into each other, so whatever. I'll go back to Ogden and
like smack the door open, just like full Shrek it open, and then just smack him in the face with the door.
No, because we haven't gotten there yet. But once we get there, sure. Okay. So, Ogden and Chorus, making your way through. It's a fairly narrow tunnel, but and you guys are the two heftier members of the group, being a dwarf and a dragonborn. But it's still like you still have some space around your shoulders, even despite everything. Oh God. Even despite everything. So eventually you find your way to a ladder, which is somewhat rusted. It's metal, but it is somewhat rusted. I assume you guys decide to climb it.
Sorry, I had to pee.
Yeah.
Okay. So climbing up the ladder, you guys find yourself approaching a trap door. I guess Chorus probably was leading the way, maybe?
Yeah.
That's on, yeah. You guys decide. But Chorus, you'll kind of push the trapdoor open and find that as you kind of push on it, there's definitely something pushing it down. There's definitely some weight on it that's making it a struggle. You still kind of give it a good shove, so that way at the very least it's making some noise.
I'll keep knocking on it until one of the two
Okay.
people up there
That works.
notice it.
Jada,
A head drops down and immediately expresses,
Yeah.
"Oh, it looks like I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque."
did you hear anything I had described beforehand?
No. No. I heard everything after. Okay, now I can hear.
Fuck.
And before I walked away from my computer.
Okay. Damn it. All right.
I have abandoned wired headphones in favor of wireless.
Yeah. I just
So I
didn't
can
realize. Yeah.
Walk around.
Because I had
got some
switched to you
AirPods.
and was describing stuff to you, and I thought you had your wirelesses on, but
Didn't hear
then you came back and said, "Okay, now I can hear." I was like, "Fuck."
The benefit of over-ear headphones, people can tell you're listening to something.
Yeah.
It's the reason that I wear those as opposed to the smaller ones.
Anyways, so you find yourself
this is all I
entering
got.
a living room. There is 2 sets of couches and a few chairs that are placed off to the side of the wall, and in a table kind of center of the room where the couches kind of connect to. You can see that there is a puzzle, a very large puzzle that he was working on at some point. And you can tell he was definitely working on it recently because it's not caked in dust like most of his house is. So,
Yep.
there's also a few end tables that you can see that have drawers on them. If you wanted to go through those,
I do want to go through those.
okay. And there is also a large cabinet that you can see to the side of the room.
That too.
So, walking over the end tables, you open the drawers, and there's not really much to them. You can see the first one that you open has a letter knife and a few empty envelopes, and what appears to be ink and a quill.
Does he have stamps?
No.
All people always have stamps. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I haven't really decided stamps exist yet, so.
Stamps don't exist.
Stamps don't exist. Fuck those.
And a subreddit's already been created.
Mm-hmm.
r/stamps aren't real.
I mean, birds aren't real. I don't know what to tell you.
Agreed.
What the fuck was I just eating?
They're robots.
Yep.
You
Birds
were
are
eating
robots controlled by the government. The everything to do with COVID lockdowns was just them changing the batteries in the birds.
There's actually,
cracked the code.
I actually was reading earlier today, like a very lengthy scientific article referring to regarding COVID and how it can actually, in some cases, has been shown to like alter people's DNA in such a way that it's basically like that tick that you can't eat meat anymore.
Yeah, my
Oh,
dad
it's
got bit
like-
by one of those ticks. It's
God.
red meat.
Yeah,
My,
except
my
it's
dad,
almost all forms of meat based, like that, poultry, and some cases even fish.
Yeah, my
And
my
it's
dad
like,
got bit
God damn
by
it, the
one of those
vegans are-
ticks like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He can't eat red meat because of it.
COVID is just a ploy
so
by the
sad.
vegans.
Yeah,
All right.
COVID's just a tool of the vegans.
COVID is vegan. That's why we need to wipe
Okay.
it off the face
We're
of the
definitely getting
fucking
into
earth.
serious fucking controversy
make
here,
everybody
and
else-
can get in trouble for this. So let's move away.
Really? Okay.
I mean, probably. I'm not
We're
entirely sure. I
obviously
just know
joking.
talking about taboo can, or
I mean-
COVID can be quite taboo.
yeah. The
I
jokes
mean,
about
getting
birds are-
COVID doesn't break a vegan diet, so I'm
No.
just saying.
Yeah.
Besides, we're a comedy show anyway. Anything we say is a joke, obviously.
We do need a
Except
disclaimer
for
that
hating
says that we
vegans.
are.
We do hate vegans.
Oh shit! God, I still
We
need
are
to
a
update.
fucking joke, and we know it.
Yes, indeed. Fuck. I just keep forgetting that the little like
I'm looking
DoorBreakers
through drawers
thing?
and cabinets.
the little like role play thing that we have underneath the stream. I keep forgetting to update that, which Brandon has even commented
Update
on.
Update it.
Shame.
I have to work on a lot of other stuff for this shit already. I don't look at the fucking stream like ever. Or at least the page itself. So looking through the second end table, this one you can see there's just a dagger that just keeps nearby. Safety. Simple as that. And going over to the cabinet, you can see that there are various shelves that are just filled to the brim with puzzle boxes. Just various types of puzzles.
No
Man,
books.
just like puzzles.
No books. Not in this.
Question: can I find the puzzle box from Hellraiser in here?
I want to look through the puzzle boxes. I feel like there's going to be something hidden in one of them.
Okay. There is like probably 30 or 40 boxes to go through. But yeah, you spend time.
I'll
going through
just throw them on the floor. It's fine.
them. Bruh. Yeah. So, going through them, kind of open box, look kind of shuffle it around, look through, see, look at the bottom as well, and then set it to the side, and just repeat, going through all like 40 boxes. It takes you.
I'll just like shake them and see if I
Yeah.
feel anything that isn't puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
That's easier.
Okay. And you're at this point, you're like, okay, I've gone through nearly all of these. There's like 4 remaining. Is there a point in continuing? And then you get to like the second to last one, and you shake it, and there's just something like definitely way heavier. You feel like the box kind of shift. It's heavy enough that it kind of throws off the weight of the box, that you kind of feel it shift in your hands a little bit. You're like, oh,
Mine.
that's different.
What's it?
So opening it, you can see that there is what appears to be a sort of rather large timepiece. It is attached to a chain. It is some sort of pocket watch, you assume. And it is enclosed. So you can see that there's a button that will open it.
Well, I will open it
Okay. So opening it,
before taking it.
yeah, you can confirm it is a timepiece, and you can also see on the other side, on the side that doesn't have the clock, you can see that there is what appears to be a picture of what looks roughly like a younger Dr. Tennant, standing next to an elven woman, and you can see him like kind of holding and cradling sort of a child bundled up in blankets.
Oh, we're gonna get some depressing shit.
I will remove the photograph from the pocket watch and put it somewhere safe.
All right.
In my pocket.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Outside of that, there's not really much else to look through in this room. So you can see it's kind of like a big opening, so you can already see into the next room. What appears to be a sort of workspace, kind of. You can see that there's various tools set on a large table, and you can see it's not been used in a while. You can see it's quite dusty. A lot of the tools are
What sort of tools?
hammer, saw, screwdrivers. Pretty much, it's like walking into your dad's garage or something, and there's just everything. There's even some like duplicate tools, and you're just like, oh, that means he lost one at some point and just decided to buy a fucking another.
The correct way to do anything.
Yeah. Oh shit, I lost the screwdriver. Better just go buy another one. But yeah, there's various tools in here. You can see you can actually see what appears to be an unfinished product, and it's just sort of a clockwork horse. You can see it has it's incomplete, so it doesn't actually work, but you can see that there's sort of a wind up, and you can tell it does something if you wind it up, but it is once again incomplete, so you can't really see what it does. Okay. Nothing happens.
All right, I'll find a way to release the spring tension.
I mean, like, okay. So, yeah, you find a way to do it. It doesn't really do anything. This is basically like, you can tell looking through it. I'll actually make you give me an intelligence check before I tell you all this. So that way I'm not giving it to you for free in case you don't know how a clockwork horse works. Yeah, you have no fucking clue what you're looking at. You're like trying to figure it out, and you're just like, and eventually like you pull on something.
Anything else in this room?
And you watch as the spring just goes flying out, and you're like, ah, shit.
Well, that released the spring tension.
And you just kind of set it back down. Nothing of interest really.
Does anybody hear me knocking on the trap door yet?
No. Because in terms of timeline, Elf, we haven't made it there yet.
Okay.
Ogden's just gonna reach into his pack and just pull out one of the blasting charges and raise an eyebrow to Colress.
No.
Oh.
No.
God. So
I'm gonna start juggling them.
no, please.
I will start knocking louder.
So there is a door
Put
to
me
your
out.
They'll only blow up if I activate them intentionally.
bruh.
They're safe. I mean, for crying out loud, they've been jangling around in my pack this entire time.
Anyways, so Jada, there is a door to your right and a door straight ahead of you.
I'm a walking war
Although
trap.
looking through the windows around that door, you can see. Sorry. You can see that door in front of you just leads outside. So the only way that's going to take you
Gross.
around the house is to the right. Which, as you actually
then.
walk up to the door, you narrowly. Actually, give me a deck save. Oh, you're good. Unfortunately, I didn't need that high of a DC. I had set at 10, so unfortunately, Jada kind of jumps backward, narrowly avoiding the door that like gets slammed open the same way she had done to the front door. And Kayla's just kind of standing there, just like, "Sup?" So you two have been reunited.
Oh, hey, there's another door. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, that was a big bite. Actually, as you are fixing to go to the back door, you hear a very slight knocking coming from somewhere in the house.
I will follow the sound.
Okay. You find yourself being led back to the foyer where you can hear that knocking. And as you get closer, it gets louder. And eventually you kind of go to one of the corners where you had looked at one of the paintings. One of the dogs just farted and it smells awful. Good God. I love boxers. The one problem they have is they fart a lot and they smell awful. It is always bad. Yeah. And then you kind of notice something you hadn't really. Give me a percept or investigation check.
Can I have advantage since the knocking sound?
Yeah, you have advantage for various reasons that we could state here, but yeah.
15.
You hadn't like noticed it at all because it's just seamlessly blended in, and a part of that might be because of sort of how dusty and nasty the floor is. But kind of there's a table that is like placed on top of a corner in the room. And you kind of move the table and now notice like just ever so slightly sort of the seams that are created and separating as you move the table. You watch as the trapdoor launches open and watch as a blue dragonborn hand just kind of crawls its way out.
I stab at
It's
it.
trying to blow me up.
Okay, roll the hit. That is a miss, unfortunately.
Thankfully, it misses. If it would have hit, I would have used my breath weapon against you.
Jada, in like a panic, you're just like, "Oh my god, hand!" And you stab at it, and like narrowly miss, like stabbing through the fingers. And Colors just pops his head over and just looks at you. Oh,
I see his face and debate stabbing again.
God.
Oh, Dragonborn of the Lake, share with us your wisdom.
I would 100% actually just breath weapon attack you at that point.
There's just a slight like, what? You're blue, so that's lightning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like a slight kind of burp, and you just see some lightning kind of come out of his mouth for a second. Just like,
Lightning.
yeah, just like, oh.
Oh, it's just you. Oh, it's just you. What's going on there?
There's a cellar, a basement cellar thing down there.
Anything
reason-
interesting in it?
Perhaps.
Have you not looked through all of it yet? Because we're about to go upstairs.
I think we looked through all of it.
I'm
didn't
already
we?
walking upstairs. I should probably that.
Yeah, we looked
Yeah,
through
so
it.
far we
looked through
haven't
most of it.
noted anything truly important down here.
I'll follow them. I'll follow Caitlin upstairs.
Oh.
Have you looked through this entire floor?
I'm gonna holler back and say yes
Wait.
as I keep going up the stairs.
Have
Yeah.
I looked through
DM,
the-
have
you
we?
have? Okay.
Mhm.
Well then, yeah, we'll go upstairs too.
So going up this staircase, which is fairly wide, it is meant to be rather extravagant. You go up, and you find yourself in a somewhat decently sized opening, where you can see 4 different doors. One of which is open already. Looking in, you can kind of see it appears to be a decently sized library.
Mmm.
And then
I'm interested.
yeah, you guys
But we'll come
decide to
back to
split
this.
up, but or you can investigate as one group.
I
Uh,
go to investigate.
well, which door? Well, we'll say
Yes.
So the library is all the way on the left.
Behind door number 1.
So furthest to the left is the library. There are 2 doors in front of you, and then there's a door all the way to the right at the
I'm
end of the
going
hallway.
to the library because books.
That does make sense. Yeah. Kaylin would definitely go for the books. Are you guys gonna go as a group or split up again?
I'm just gonna pick the nearest door that isn't the library and go in that.
I'm just going.
Okay. So Jada, I assume left. So I'm gonna say you go to the left door in front of you. Opening it, it's a bathroom.
Next.
So going to the right, it's a bedroom.
I'll search it.
Okay. This does appear to be the master bedroom. You can see that there is a king size bed with sort of that elegantly designed frame where it even has a frame above it, so that way there are curtains that drape down and can cover the bed. You can see that there is a set of cabinets and whatnot with various drawers and an actual big cabinet door that opens up.
Yeah, I'm gonna search
there's-
the place.
There's pretty much not much more else to this room. Chorus and Ogden, what are you guys doing?
I mean, I had assumed we were going up with them.
Yeah, no, you're up there as
Yeah.
well. It's
Sorry.
just Jada and Kaylin have kind of split up. So are you guys splitting up or
I'll go into the library as well
okay?
to look in there.
Ogden, are you gonna go with Jada or go to the last room?
I'm gonna just skim through that room real quickly, and then meet them upstairs.
You're already upstairs. This is
Oh.
yeah, this is all upstairs.
Oh, alright then.
Yeah, there's
I'll do the second thing then.
yeah. Okay. So you'll go all the way to the right to that room. And opening it up, you find what is another bedroom, much smaller. You can see this
Is
is
this-
clearly a child's bedroom at some point.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
And it is even more so than parts of the house. It is,
I am looking for valuables and women's clothing.
as I've said, like caked layers of dust for a lot of the other parts of the house. This is like a 5-layer cake. Like it is bad. It's almost hard to walk in here and breathe because you're afraid if you breathe,
Yeah.
you might breathe in some of the dust.
I was expecting
Um,
either that or for that to be the one room that's pristine.
Yeah.
Ogden is going to say this openly to everybody who's like within earshot.
I mean, yeah, your voice
Well,
carries.
if there was any place in the house that was going to be cursed, it's this one.
Cool, keep it in there.
It's like, yeah, and I'm going to literally just moonwalk out of the room, just shutting the door behind me.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, yep.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to go in that room either.
Do I see just like a little fine film of dust start like blowing out from the bottom of the door because the rattling of the door just shook all of like the dust loose?
No, but you hear a wind blow by your ear. Um,
Ogden
But-
screams like a little girl and runs out the front door.
no, but there's definitely like the
Creepy.
chills. Like you just kind of like shake from the chills going down your spine. Just like, I don't want to go in there. But we'll say you just go and join Jada.
If there are any ghosts in this house, I just want you to know
There's ghosts
I have
in this
alcohol
house.
and I'm more than
Let's
willing
go.
to share with you.
It's probably a child. That's the ghost. But hey, I guess get to do what you couldn't do in life.
Hey, Ogden is an equal opportunity
Drinker.
offender.
Oh my god. Like that's even worse.
Just get the
These hands are rated E for
Ogden cares
everyone.
about the blind, the elderly, the kids, the blind elderly kids.
Elderly kids.
Yes, blind elderly kids. Me.
Yes.
I'm
Blind
blind,
elderly
I'm a
kids.
child at heart,
The
and I am
blind
not a
elderly
child.
This is what I think of upon hearing all of that.
Oh god.
Oh
my
what
word.
What if you just...
Poorly,
First
poorly
one.
worded things.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Students get first-hand job experience.
Yep.
Yeah, kids, the lesson here is that first-hand is one word.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So,
I saw a version of that meme where somebody actually edited the article that's underneath it to fit the headline.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
That's great.
so yeah. So we'll start with Kaylin and Chorus. So you guys enter into the library, which is very extravagant, to be honest. It's a very impressive collection. The bookshelves pretty much go up to the roof, and you can see that there's actually a ladder attached to rails that you can see actually will go around to all the bookshelves, so that way you can reach the top shelf. You can see that there's a few sets of tables.
Remind me, how tall is Culver's?
5'9"?
Hold on.
I want to say 5'9".
Yeah, 5'9".
Yeah, and he's the tallest person in the party.
Yeah, no, it's a short party, which is surprising, I guess. I always feel like we always, in all of our parties, it's always had that one person that just towers above everyone else. Like in the first
Max
one, we
always
had
plays
Max.
a giant race.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Furbolg or Goliath or...
In
Battlekin.
our first campaign, he was a dragonborn that was massive. So yeah.
Yeah.
1 second.
And now he finally plays the race that fits him the best.
I mean, he's always wanted to play a dwarf. And I think he maybe has at
And never
one
has.
point, but
I have played
he's played it
dwarves
once
before.
or twice that I can recall.
You guys have already basically just you guys have like in the past admitted or backed up the statement that I'm basically IRL a furbolg that has been raised by dwarves.
No, you're just a dwarf.
Well, no, I say the furbolg because I have the powerful build, feature. I'm somehow very stealthy,
guess.
and I have like the fucking weird ass Snow White powers.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be
remembering
gone,
out loud,
light.
On Friday, a fucking robin just flew down out of the trees and just landed on my shoulder.
Nice. So,
Yeah,
Looked
I
over,
know
was like,
that.
uh,
it hurt like a motherfucker because my shirt was off and I have sunburn on my shoulders, but
the two of you in the library, Chorus and Kaylin, you guys are quick to realize it's gonna take you forever to go through every single book or something. So you can, I guess, roll
reader feet
investigation
win.
to see if there's maybe some clues as to something here. You do actually see on each
We got
table.
time. Let's go through every book.
Well, you're not there yet, but
we need a
hold
speed
on.
reader feat.
So
27. Yeah.
that's nice. Um,
There is actually no speed
Looking-
reader feat, but there should be.
there should be. I feel like it's relative to your intelligence, surely. Maybe not, I guess. Because I guess, even if you're super smart, that doesn't mean you're a very fast reader, but...
Yeah.
I can't think of
Yeah, I
anything
mean, I
else
know
it would be
somebody who
tied
can
to.
read almost like an entire page, like
Yeah.
like in a couple seconds. One of the dumbest motherfuckers I know.
That's probably because he's not actually reading the page.
No, I actually recorded we recorded him reading it. He was saying every word perfectly.
Well, I feel like there's a much different speed in between, like, reading in your mind and reading out loud. Because if
Reading
you're out loud,
mentally and reading out
There's
loud.
reading out loud,
a
you're gonna be
second one, and
significantly slower.
I can attest that firsthand.
Yeah. So
Fucking hate hiccups.
I got a new knife, guys.
nice. That looks good, actually. Dang.
I would burn down 100 orphanages to never experience hiccups again.
Jesus Christ. I wouldn't go that far. What
Never
the
experienced what again?
hell?
Hiccups.
Hiccup.
I don't know if I could.
Wow.
That's
Have
extreme.
you ever
It's still
hiccuped
I
and
don't-
coughed at the same time?
Yes, it's painful,
it's
but I
Exactly.
also don't think we can say that on stream. I don't care. I don't think that matters if it's satirical.
I will bathe in the
Mhm.
blood of 1,000 innocent children.
Yeah. Thanks, Lenny.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh god.
So, yeah.
I don't even
Chorus.
know what caused this.
Chorus, you decide to start looking through the books that appear to be on the table, hoping that there might be some sort of correlation or hint as to something happening here. But looking through, you start, quickly reading through books and looking at titles, and a lot of these books are medical books. Shut the fuck up, you two. Well, it's speed reading through the book. It is. I'm gonna fucking mute you both.
Utis, I dare you.
So,
There you go.
I did it. So, getting back on my train of thought, looking through all these medical books, a lot of them are dealing with a lot of mental problems, which, putting two and two together, is in somewhat a correlation to maybe he was investigating even further on what he might have discovered upon meeting with you guys. You're not sure, but
Well,
there's definitely that possibility. Like
how
this
long was it between whenever we met him and whenever he was found? It wasn't that long.
it was. I mean, it was a night passed.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because you guys had rested and then left in the morning. So it seems like he might have been doing some late night research.
Okay.
And you would also now, because you rolled so high in investigation, I'm giving you this hint.
Hey.
But kind of realizing, like, hey, he was clearly heading towards the hotel, or at least heading in that direction.
So he probably found something out and wanted to come tell us.
Time to read
Most
everything he
likely.
read.
These are the books that are like already out.
Yeah, no, these are books that are already placed on a table. You can see.
I will gather up all the books that are already out, and so that we can do some reading on the
Okay.
while we're somewhere else.
Yeah,
We can
someone maybe a safer.
Yeah,
We didn't check to see if he had anything on him when he died, did we?
we didn't because we can
No.
go talk to the
Yeah,
guards.
Guards
Tathar-
were in charge of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
the
can
guards
check
and
to see if he had
Tathara will inform
any
you
books on him.
guys.
Because he might have grabbed the book he was going to like actually
He might have.
reference and then walked
But
off.
If he
I'm
had a
sh-
book
I'm
on him,
sure
I
I
guarantee
don't-
whoever killed him
Yeah.
would have taken it.
Brandon pointed
Yeah.
out what I was gonna say. So, yeah. Well, while you guys are gathering that up, Jada and Ogden, you guys are currently looking through the
Did I
master
find anything
bedroom.
valuable and/or women's clothing?
It seems like there's definitely no longer any women's clothing here.
Are you?
As
I
from
was like, I got a quick question. Is Brandon's character? I keep forgetting the name. I'm sorry, Jada.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Jada saying like, explaining her intentions for looking for women's clothing or whatever out loud?
No. Just
No.
let me know if you find any women's clothing.
I'm going to just think. I'm just thinking in my head is because it wouldn't exist in this universe. Is like, what are you expecting of this guy? Some sort of Buffalo Bill scenario?
He had a wife.
He had
He did have a wife.
Yeah.
although only you know that, Jada.
No,
He had
it's
a
because she asked.
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, no, Tathara
We
did
are.
inform you of that. Yeah,
Tathara told
no, you're
us all.
right. I forgot. So, looking through the bedroom, Jada, of course, immediately goes to the cabinets. It's only male clothing. As Tathara had said, the wife had left many, many years ago. You're not.
Damn.
And
All
given
right.
he's an old elf, and then you saw the picture where his daughter was still alive. You see, he was very young, so you can assume it's probably been a couple hundred years potentially.
I will take the finest men's clothing I can find.
Okay. You see, he has what appears to be a nice set of suits. They probably aren't in maybe the best condition, but they're still very nice.
I'll take them.
It doesn't seem like he probably went to the dry cleaning often or some shit, you know?
It's okay. I can clean them.
So yeah, you'll take those. There's probably about 5 sets. Do you take all of them or just one?
Considering each one is
And-
6 pounds.
They're also technically all different slightly. There's slight differences in color. There's black, a darker gray, a sort of nice navy blue.
You said there's 5 in total?
Yes. There's actually 2 black, and then dark gray, navy blue, a sort of
Well, if
darker red.
It's the same as another one. I'm not going to take that. But
Yeah.
I'll take all unique sets.
Okay. So yeah, that would just be a black, dark gray, navy, and sort of a maroon color. And it's like
So
the
that's
full
3?
set. It's 4. Yeah. I'll type it out just. So you have the colors. So that's really all you find of interest. And it is like full sets, dress shirt, suit, pants. There is even a tie if you want to have a tie.
Sure.
That is matching to
Anything
your suit.
valuable?
Not inside here. There's like a couple loose change, but it's like a couple silver, which I imagine you'll probably take, but
Yeah, it will. But
it comes out to be about 6 silver.
all right, to the library.
Well, there is actually bedside tables that also do have drawers on them.
Ooh.
Specifically the
Search.
one that would be on the right side of the bed. You can see that there is a picture, which is actually kept in very good condition. You see it is very well cleaned. But it does appear to be a picture of the daughter that you had seen in the pocket watch.
I will take that, frame it all.
Okay. And opening the bedside cabinet, once again you find just various things. There's like a book that you can see. He probably read a lot. The cover is like worn out completely. So you can definitely tell he probably read this book a lot and treasured it. Inside you can also see a few envelopes. These are open, but you can tell there's something inside.
I will look through them.
Okay. Well, we'll say you just take them for right now, because there are like probably about 6 or 7.
That's fine.
We'll say you just pocket them for now.
take
We'll
it.
get to those later. And then the last thing that catches your eye is kind of tucked in between the bedside table and his bed. You see what appears to be a sword. Sheath and all.
I'll take that.
Okay, so you grab it. It is a short sword. You can see it is very well crafted, though. This is definitely a very, very nice piece of weaponry. You can see the handle is very ornate. There's a gemstone embedded in the center, and in the pommel, both of which are emerald. And the handle itself is just this very finely crafted gold foil. But a nice sort of sturdy, good feeling leather handle. It's a very, very comfortable weapon. And very, very nice looking.
And also probably extremely cursed.
Maybe we'll find out. But I
find
assume
out.
you take that along with you.
Oh yeah, totally.
Hey, doke. So, need hydration. So you all reconvene in the library now, where Jada and Ogden, you guys see as they're, the two that were already in there are just flipping through a set of books that were already on a table. And as you walk in, they kind of, or I guess Colress, you notice as they walk in, Kaylin the same. So you are now back in a group. Communicate so I can eat.
What have you found so far?
Well, it looks like he probably found something through here that he was going to try to tell us, but never made it.
All right.
As for what it is, I don't know. I would have to look through these books more, and there's a possibility that he had it when he was killed and it was taken. So
Well,
we might get some
regardless,
answers.
take all
out
the
of this.
books.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Take all
planning
the
on.
books and let's look through them in a separate location. Whoever
That's-
killed him might be coming here next.
That was the plan.
All right.
And in true horror
Meanwhile,
fashion,
let's go take a look at his body in the morgue,
hold
shall
on.
we?
In true horror fashion, that familiar creaking of the door is
Of
heard
course.
throughout the entire mansion.
You got me a present.
I'm going to just draw the crossbow. I was like, told ya, fucking cursed!
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
put
think that's
as soon
curse.
as the door opens, everybody just be quiet.
There's-
I will give all the books to Ogden to put in the bag of holding.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
You're muted.
Trace.
Pass without a
He's casting
trace.
Pass Without
said
a
he's-
Trace. Okay.
All of you, you now have plus.
God, that spell is so pog. I love that spell. It's such a good spell.
Pass Without a Trace is great.
So, let's get a figure before we all have a chat.
Although you should still press the talk because it is still difficult to hear you.
Yeah, they're hearing you through my
Yeah,
mic,
I'm
but
just gonna change that. You can hear Brandon twice. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We already hear you
it'll be
twice.
fine.
Twice.
I'm hearing everyone twice because there's a glitch with my earbuds. Honestly, it
Nice.
sounds great.
F.
It's like the delay is so short. It sounds like some sort of enhanced
Sci-fi
stereo.
bullshittery.
It's I don't know what it is, but I kind of like it honestly. All right, I'm gonna sneak out
I keep
and
seeing my
see what the
circle
hell's going
light
on.
up when he speaks.
Yeah, I'm going
Yes,
to.
that's the problem.
I'm going to draw my bow. And
Okay. You have a
not an
bow.
arrow.
I'll draw
Yeah.
my rapier
I
that
have
might
a
have an
short
additional
bow.
effect. I don't know.
We've like only done fucking combat once, so I totally forget how you guys fight.
Did I use my I use the range.
God.
I'll draw my rapier +1 that might have something else to it. I never found out.
You
If
know?
worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna jump out the fucking window.
Oh, okay. I remember that rapier now. Yeah.
Yeah, the item description is
It was
rapier
expensive, yeah.
+1. It was the most expensive option and might have a little bit extra to it. That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
I just realized that I would have had advantage on those investigation checks. Because of Inquisitive.
okay.
Road
Keep
shit.
that in mind.
I have. Oh, I can have a bonus action. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I can do things as a bonus action, I guess, while in combat.
I think it's combat, yeah.
Because that's helpful in combat.
Indeed.
Decipher clues or spot a hidden creature. Yes,
That could be potentially useful.
What I was thinking was ear for deceit. Whenever I make a wisdom and insight check, I can treat a roll of 7 or lower as an 8. So I can never roll lower than 8 on insight. Which means I have at all times a 10 or higher.
Give me a second because I am setting something up. Max, what the fuck? There will be one slight annoyance with this, but it's fine. To work around a bull. So Jada, you were walking out first, right? Stealth, you said?
I'm headbanging because I'm listening to the Doom Eternal soundtrack beat it up.
Okay. But you said you were heading out first while stealth, correct?
Yes.
Could you roll stealth for me?
I have a +19. Do I really need to?
You never know. You could get a nat one. It won't mean anything, but
it's not an attack roll, so
If he
that's
gets if he gets a nat 1, I swear.
I just want to see what happens. Watch him. Okay. Yeah, it's a
If he gets
38.
if he gets a nat 1,
38.
Nat 19 +9 plus pass without trace.
Yeah.
oh, God.
So DM, describe how I turn invisible and shift into the quantum realm. Still true.
You just teleport outside the building, you just slap Kang the Conqueror's ass on the way out.
Bruh.
Still true.
Stealth.
I'm just thinking.
Start
I'm just thinking
climbing
at
on
this
the
point.
walls like fucking possessed.
You know that meme? You know that meme where I forgot who the hell it is. I think it's one of the guys from The Simpsons where he's like says anything that one guy just like fucking flies through the fucking like window or wall, just like completely stationary.
Bruh. Okay. So, Jada, you sneak out, and kind of get yourself an angle to look down the stairs. And walking in, you can see a figure. And actually, something you do also notice is that the lights, chandelier lights that you had lit previously, are out again.
I have dark vision, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying you do notice that.
It matters to
Just-
Colress, though.
Indeed.
No, it doesn't.
Poor guy.
Wait.
Oh.
Ravenite Dragonborn
Yeah,
has
Ravenite.
dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Ah,
Yeah.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Matthew Mercer.
Yeah. Thank you, Matthew Mercer.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we all do. Awesome.
Yep. Nice. So.
Eyes glow.
Real shit.
One thing about Pass Without Trace, we do have to stay within a certain range of Brendan since he cast it, right?
I'm not.
No.
I believe it's an
I don't
area,
think so.
isn't it?
No.
I get to choose
No?
the area. Or I choose each creature that within 30 feet.
Each creature within 30 feet of you.
that I
But
choose.
it's
So
still
if you
lasts.
exit
Okay.
that
It
30, no, I
lasts for up to
think
an hour.
if you exit that 30 feet, it's gone. I'm pretty sure
I
it
don't
works like
think
so.
that.
No,
No.
it's just
Creatures within 30 feet of you gain a +10 to stealth. Period. That,
for 1 hour.
and for the duration. That's it.
Okay.
It's a pretty simple
I've always-
spell, but quite
yeah.
unbreakable.
Thanks, Doctor Strange, you fuckhead.
I was hoping someone would get that.
God. All right. Anyways, so, if I could just go ahead and get everyone to roll initiative.
Oh
Ooh,
boy.
That.
seeing it.
Seeing it.
6.
Damn.
Oh, shit, I forgot I don't have it open on my phone. 1 second.
And the one issue is now I'm finally using improved initiative, but I don't have Ogden on here.
You don't have it set up.
Do.
Ooh.
Okay. So that would be
Forgot
+1.
about improved initiative.
That's
Can you
really
give
nice.
us the encounter ID?
Yeah, I was. Give me a second.
Well,
Oof.
at least I'm not last.
Indeed.
Why the fuck is the range of this spell self?
That's what I was saying. It says for the duration, each creature you choose within
Yeah,
30
you-
feet of you.
It casts it
So
on the
if you
people
leave-
around you. I'm pretty sure if you leave that 30
If you
feet, it's
leave
gone.
at 30 feet, you don't get that
I
bonus.
don't think so.
I've always heard that it's or at least in the D&D media I've seen it work like that. So I don't know.
All right. This is why I have sage advice, like compendium, fucking
Yeah.
bookmarked.
Do. Okay.
It benefits only those within 30 feet of the caster. From what I'm seeing.
For the whole hour?
Crawford clarifies whether the benefit even lasts even if those targeted move out. Pass Without Trace is meant to benefit you only while you're within the spell's radius.
I
Yeah.
see. All right, good to know.
So, I mean, if you start in there, I assume you can use it for that, but you do have to be.
I still have a +9. From
Yeah, I mean,
default.
you rolled a 19. And you have
Well,
plus
you were
9, that's
still
28.
technically when you rolled it, you were still within that 30 feet. I would guess.
Yeah.
That too.
Dump.
Is there something I could pseudo add?
Still chimp.
Or, I'll just make this real quick.
Don't chimp.
That's not right HP, but
I only have +7 to stealth.
what's your HP? I can look at it right now. Actually, never mind. 33.
Oh yeah, we're like level 3.
Oh yeah.
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 I only have 20 HP.
We're trying to get some
Forgot
quick
about that.
info in for Ogden. Your guys are fine.
This
Your
is
boy
also
got 27.
Okay.
Your girl, rather. I don't
Alright.
fucking know.
Can
Uh,
I
I'll
transfer
give
the
you
Boon
those.
of Fortitude from
Fucking dumb
Alistair to
thing.
Colrus real quick?
can you what?
Can I transfer Alistair's Boon of Fortitude to Colrus?
No. Definitely not.
Rip.
How much HP do you have?
20.
You guys are fine. You're overreacting.
Cringe.
I won't kill you yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That means
Okay.
your con bonus is what? +1?
2.
+2?
Wait, I don't
Mhm.
actually.
Mm.
Does
That
this show
doesn't
what
make
the
sense.
monster is? I don't like that it shows what the monster is. Is there a way so I can make it not do that? I didn't even realize it did that,
Wait.
to be honest.
Did
The
I
player
do
view.
it different? Did I do it wrong? Hold on.
Did
Hold
you?
on.
Did you fuck up your health?
I think I might have. Yeah.
Alright, your base
Uh,
health should be 18.
I did 5 plus 3 times rogue level instead of 3 plus 5 times rogue level.
Oof.
That makes a significant difference, yes.
Yeah.
It does. Now I have 24 health.
That 4
still
HP, eh?
I have a whole 20% more health.
That's like having a whole. That's like taping a level 1 wizard to your body.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. It's gonna end up showing,
Can I make
What it
a
is.
ballistic vest out of level 1 wizards?
but that's whatever.
How
Also,
many wizards does it take to stop a 50 cal?
well, it says
Can I make a set
0.
of armor out of babies?
What?
You heard me.
No. What the fuck? So that link is posted if you guys wanted to join that, so you can keep track.
I
Wait,
Um,
why do we all have 0 health?
It's not 0. That's approximate to damage taken.
Okay,
It's how much damage you've taken.
I see.
got it.
see.
I kind of like that better than being able to, everyone being able to see what each other's health is. It's rather like, okay, this guy's taking a lot of damage. They're probably low. Rather than having the exact
Well,
numbers.
we all have the same hit die, so...
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can look at it and say, oh, that looks like a lot of damage for me. They probably need
Yeah. Anyways,
I think I have the highest con mod, except maybe
So-
Ogden.
I think
I think
so.
what's yours?
Mine's only 16.
+3.
Yeah, you and Kaylin
Oh,
are
you have
tied.
16 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have the highest.
Alright, so... We should be the same then.
What's Ogden's?
15.
It's his plus, which is
Oh,
plus,
so
+2.
Kaylin and I have the same health. At
And-
the highest in the
and-
party.
so we have 2 with 27 and 2 with 24.
Doom Eternal
except-
soundtrack. Let's fucking go!
Oh no, because Max rolls for his health.
Max rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine rolling and not just taking
Well-
the average.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to watch the rolls, but I think he rolls it in the app, so it's whatever. So, Jada,
Happen.
you come out of the room. You can look down the stairs. You can see, as I said, the chandeliers are pretty much completely out. The light that you had lit is gone, but you can still see the figure that walks in is heavily armored. You can see that they have this sort of blackish gray armor on. They don't seem to have any sort of symbol on them either.
Just run up and kick him. Piss off, ghost!
It's not a
It
ghost.
does not appear to be a ghost as of yet. But you can also
Thor
see
coming out of left field.
they do appear to have a large greatsword on them.
Korg would make an excellent fucking traveling companion.
I
in
would
D&D.
like to attack from stealth.
Okay.
So
With advantage and stealth attack.
And a +1 weapon, which I still don't know the extra effect.
You'll find out.
Extra effect is
And I will use Booming Blade.
Okay.
Which, at this level, Booming Blade doesn't do anything until they move, at which point they take
Yeah.
thunder damage.
Okay.
So that's... I should have had advantage, so hold on.
Yeah. It is pretty much about 30 feet for you to go down the stairs. So that would put you pretty much right up next to him in melee.
Okay, so 26 to hit for 8 damage, and then I will use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay.
I assume I'm out of the range of the pass without trace, so...
You are. I will also add there is not too
Still
much
an
for you
18.
to hide around in this room, and you don't have any movement left, right?
Just
only have 30.
behind a coat rack.
Mm-mm.
You only have 30 feet
Just,
of movement,
like,
right?
Move around a corner or something.
But you've used all your movement. Took you 30 feet to get
Have I?
down.
You never said.
I said it was 30 feet to get down.
You could just pop
okay,
behind. You can
then,
always just pop behind a coat rack.
I'll use my bonus action to dash
That will proc opportunity
and
attack.
run away into some other room of the house.
Okay. I will roll for the opportunity attack, which he will take.
Sure.
Well, I can get a nat 20.
No, probably not.
Fucking nat 20.
It's a
baby.
19 though. As he will
That's it.
you'll kind of run down the stairs, like I guess stab at him with your rapier. And as you like go to turn away, you just watch as he brings down his greatsword just right on your back. As that will be
Cuts off a perfectly thin slice of your ass cheek.
only 7 points of damage.
Not my ass.
Uh,
Ouchie.
It's the only reason people bother to keep you around.
Wow, that's rude.
Wow.
Hey, you get to talk shit about Ogden. I get to talk shit about you.
That's because you're a filthy fucking dwarf.
Exactly.
Disgusting. Anyway. Yeah, I still run.
Okay.
You think you put the damage in on the knight? 'Cause
Yeah,
just
the
went
knight
from
took
healthy to hurt.
damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it took 8 points of damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
And then okay, there we go. Now I see
Yeah.
data. Got it.
there we go. So,
End of turn.
okay. So that is the end of your turn. It is now the knight's turn.
And Jade is the only one that he knows.
Jade is the only one that he knows is in here. So, ooh. Oh man. Okay. I need to think about what he can do.
I will have my familiar give me the help action for my next attack.
Oh. It's pretty pog.
Yep. It's quite possibly the most min-max thing you can do with a familiar. Which is why I'm doing it
None
right
of
now.
you can
in
actually
combat where I've already
see
taken
him.
damage.
As the other guys haven't really had a chance to move out of the
Yeah.
room yet. So I'm not going to inform you what he does, but he does take his turn.
Cool.
Oh boy. Yeah, and I ran off into a different room, so I wouldn't have seen.
Yep.
All right. Well.
So that
on to
will...
my turn.
Yeah. Oh, I need to How do I make
So-
it go to the next person?
I've never
I
used
don't know.
improved initiative.
Oh, there it is. Next turn. Okay, I got it now. Oh, that doesn't seem to change. Oh wait, no, it does. Okay, that's cool. Okay,
It puts
yeah.
who is different up at the top.
Okay, I see now.
So
yes.
not knowing what's down at the bottom, I guess I'll stealth down those stairs as well.
Okay. You come around, and pretty much right as you come around the stairs, I'll wait until you roll your
I am-
stealth.
Yeah, I am still in Pass Without a Trace, which is a really good thing because I just
Damn.
rolled a nat 1.
Yeah. Wow.
Still an 18 though.
18. Yeah, still an
You
18.
step on a wooden floorboard that's loose, causing a squeak.
Is 18 still stealthy enough?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to. Nothing at this level is gonna have a passive perception
Yeah.
of a fucking 18 or higher.
So
So yeah, you successfully kind of sneak out to where this is probably using about 10. I'll say 5 feet of movement. I'll be generous. But oh wait, your stealth, so it takes up half that, so it'll still be 10 because you move slower in stealth. So it would be 10 feet of movement.
10 feet of movement there.
So you still have 20 feet of movement to work with, but you can see the knight is kind of at the bottom of the stairs, kind of sword ready. He's clearly like prepared for something to happen. But he does kind of have his back. At least you're looking directly at his right side. You can see he's kind of facing, and at one of the doorways.
Well, I will use my short bow from stealth.
Okay,
It's a 17 to hit.
that does not hit.
Then it goes wide, and I will backpedal.
Probably more like it deflects off the armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It like you kind of hit his shoulder pad where it's at its thickest, and it just kind of curves off, and immediately he just turns his head. As you don't have what is that one fucking
Eyes
feat
glow.
called?
Huh?
What's that one feat called that allows you to shoot from range and not be realized whenever you miss or something?
Skulker.
Skulker, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I will still.
Yes, I knew
backpedal.
that from memory.
I've used
And-
it once ever, so
I don't know anyone who's ever taken this feat.
Is there
There's-
anywhere I could get like into cover, front up here, like behind anything?
yeah. There's still kind of like railing to the stairs. You can go back far enough that you could hide in the bathroom. That's directly behind you. So there's a couple places you can go, whichever you
Yeah,
want to.
I'd like duck behind something, maybe in a doorway.
We'll say you just kind of like
Well,
move
still
backwards.
kinda moving, still
the-
moving kind of
yeah.
quietly. I don't want to like make a bunch of footsteps.
Yeah, we'll say you go directly behind you into the bathroom, and just kind of close the door where you can still peek outside of it.
I mean, I'm not gonna close the door if the door's gonna creak.
Like you've already opened this door, so you kind of realize
Okay.
this one doesn't really creak as much.
That's
Um,
good.
So, next turn, I have so many fucking tabs open. Where's the
Been
hotkey?
there, yeah.
And Ogden. Also, this is the player view for me. I go blind.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Huh? Yeah.
I know.
If I switch to
What?
the
Look.
player view tab, it's
Oh my god.
blinding.
This is me switching from Dice Cloud to player view.
I
the stream.
can't see.
That's
This
the
is on
point.
the stream. This is player view.
Yeah.
This is Dice Cloud.
Yeah, there's no
This is back of the
difference.
stream.
I don't.
It's the exact same level of
Yeah.
brightness.
No, that's what he's getting at, Brandon. Is they're the same. The same pain.
It's the same.
So yeah, Ogden is indeed your turn.
All right.
God, I just realized how miserable combat is going to be in this campaign. This is
This
going to
is
be
Dice
this is
Club.
going to be everything.
Where am I in
there's-
relation to this
There are two
dude?
rogues, so
You're all the way. Everyone was started kind of right at the door of the
top of the-
library.
Okay.
So you still have about, if you're stealthing, 10 feet, only 5 feet if you're just normally walking. 5 feet to the stairs and then 30 feet down the stairs. So you need 35 feet of movement just to get to him.
Let me check something real quick. Because I want to trap the stairs in some way.
Okay.
I mean it's gotta be a quick trap because he's about to be coming up next turn probably.
Yeah.
Exactly. 1 second. What do I got here? I have a question for the as to see whether or not the DM would allow this.
Oh no.
Hold on a second. So this is a older rickety house, relatively.
For the most part, yes.
The staircase that's going down, that's made of wood, correct?
Yeah.
Oh no.
If I were to use Tasha's caustic brew, could I conceivably melt the staircase and or cause it to degrade to the point where applying any reasonable amount of pressure would break those stairs? Like you would just fall right through.
Uh,
Seeing the fucking dice clap open up.
no, I
I'll
was
say
actually.
sure.
I would. Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use.
I was mostly
Tasha's
looking at
caustic-
science, and that was Cora. That was open, not Dice Cloud.
All right. I am going to be using Tasha's caustic brew on the staircase.
Great
Now.
spell.
A stream of acid that emanates from it for 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. 5 feet wide, so that's like covering the entire fucking staircase.
Yeah,
And then
Basically.
some.
It
That's
is about 5
splashing
feet.
on the- Yeah. So 30 feet. So it's 30 feet of stairs, correct?
Yeah.
Oh damn! I'm covering the entire damn thing. Perfectly. I'm like painting it in acid. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Tasha's
Oh
caustic
wow,
brew
there's a
on
line.
the.
Yeah. So yeah, you are the entire stairs.
Do I have to roll something for that because it's an inanimate object?
No, it's a saving throw. A staircase can't exactly make a dex saving throw. It can't move out of the way.
If it does and it actually fucking passed, I would hate you.
It's one of the Harry Potter stairs. It just starts floating upwards.
Laugh my ass off.
Oh god.
You know what I would do? I would immediately make, if it managed to pass, I would immediately make that face.
Bruh.
Oh, fuck off. Is that gonna become a meme now?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay. Damn.
I don't get a second attack because obviously, so that's gonna be, well, for movement. Is this exactly like, so just quick question about the whole layout here. Obviously there's the stairs. Is the area where we are kind of like that landing, sort of like mezzanine before the stairs? Like
Yeah.
you can stand up against a railing and you can look down into the foyer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just basically gonna just take position, like still trying to stay behind everything. Or if I'm assuming me casting a spew of acid kind of broke stealth.
For you, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Uh,
take a position. I'm gonna take a position over like the railing, kind of like bracing.
Okay.
Come on, you fucking git!
So,
This is what I'm listening to.
God.
Of course.
So yeah, no, you cover the stairs. You watch as this kind of start to erode a little bit. It's not like completely falling apart yet, but if you imagine if a fairly large knight in full plate metal armor started walking up these stairs, they wouldn't hold him. So you're
would
feeling
crumble.
pretty safe now at this point.
It's like that. It's like the wooden staircase in the back of your house that's basically just completely like rotted from all the rain.
Yeah.
For like 50 fucking years.
Uh,
Does prestidigitation
what
cause a
languages
sound?
do the three of you upstairs speak?
Good question.
What about me?
I have
I'm
Common,
asking this
Draconic, and
specifically.
Celestial.
Okay.
I have dwarven.
I've got common, elvish, and draconic.
I got dwarven, common, gnomish, elven, dwarven, common, gnomish, elvish, and I also have undercommon, but in parentheses. Sounds like a right numpty. Because
Okay.
I don't speak it very well.
Okay.
I would basically sound like Brandon if you went to Germany and started speaking in a fluent German, like conversation.
Dich.
It's like any like native German speaker would be like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Nah. They'd know what I was saying at least.
And
Yeah, I know, but
I
they can
have-
clearly tell that you're not speaking. You're not a native speaker.
Well, yeah.
For
I
sure.
have
So.
common, dwarvish, elvish, and infernal.
Oh shit.
Infernal.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Kaylin,
Did your daddy
you
bang a
understand
demon?
what he
Nope,
is saying. As you're the only one that understands Infernal.
fuck?
Wonderful.
But you hear him call out in sort of that guttural, infernal language. You may have separated me from you, but I still have your friend down here somewhere.
I'm going to look over to her and ask, what the fuck did that idiot say?
I will.
We'll go ahead and go to
Try-
the next turn. Try to translate.
Yeah, and I'll try to like not be loud about it, so we're like still like not being like, hey, we're over here.
I was gonna go like,
Okay.
hey, what that fucker say? Alright, cool. You're a bitch!
Well, now he knows there's more of us up here.
And there goes the position.
He's gonna go after me now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
And I'm not a swashbuckler.
I can see
Run,
him,
bitch!
right?
Say again?
No.
I can see him, right?
If you peek. You'd have to get up to like the
Well-
railing or the stairs or something, you know?
You just army crawl and just peek your eyes over.
Yeah, you could do something like that and keep yourself prone, so that way you're still...
Fucking Kilroy was here.
Okay, so explain. Okay, I'll crawl up to where I can just barely peek over. What do I see?
So, see the foyer area. The knight is sort of this... You can see his armor. Yeah, all have dark vision. Which I guess you can't tell what the colors are, but you can just discern that they are different colors.
Seeing what's my.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I'll just faster and she'll touch.
But you pretty much see that this... It's just a knight standing there, essentially. There's not really much else to it.
Does he look special or anything?
I suppose in a
look
sense, he definitely looks sort of... In a traditional sense, you'd find knights are sort of these more holy warriors, almost somewhat related to paladins in a sense. This one looks almost like the opposite of that.
Got it.
Which is also kind of indicated by the fact that you understood him speaking Infernal.
Makes sense.
So reconfirming that this guy is definitely probably not on the good side.
Yeah. How far away is he?
He is 30 feet. If you're at the top of the stairs.
Dang it, that's my entire movement speed.
Well, you'd also have to go down the stairs, which are covered in acid right now and slowly
That too.
eroding. So,
Guess I'm not gonna do that.
as he said, you guys have separated yourself. And it is now just a one-on-one, essentially, unless you guys choose to go down the stairs and potentially enter yourself.
He was the one that separated.
How far down of a drop is the stairs?
About 30 feet as well. So
Okay.
that would be... What's after every 20 feet, right? After 20 feet, every 10 feet, take damage?
I think so.
Brandon? He's too busy vibing.
What?
For fall damage, it's
What?
it's after 20 feet, every 10 feet you take damage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's a D6.
Yeah, so it'd only be 1d6 of damage, I guess, but that's still a considerable amount.
I'll hold on to that idea
Yeah.
for later then.
So you want to hold
Unless
your
he gets
action,
too
or
fat. No,
You
no,
should-
that idea.
you should have some sort of ranged attack of some sort, right?
I do. I was just going to do a spell, but I'm not going to do that spell. I'll do a different spell.
So you Eldritch Blast.
Hold on.
I don't see anything else on your spell list. There's just Eldritch Blast. There's some fodder around it, but Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I'm
Eldritch Blast!
to see. With him speaking Infernal, I had thought about like casting Branding Smite and then just hit him with that. But I don't want to like drop down there and then go hit him unless it's like really bad. So
Hit him with that.
yeah, I'm gonna just
Wait,
hit him with that.
quick question,
Eldritch
Roach.
Blast. Yeah.
Do you only have one Eldritch Invocation? I always see improved Pact Weapon. Oh, sorry, never mind. I see the other. Okay. It
Good up. Two.
completely looked over it. You have Agonizing Blast as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me guess. Pact of the Blade.
I just, said that.
Yeah, he
That was the only one I saw, and then I realized he also had Agonizing Blast over in the corner.
So I'm gonna do
of
that. Yeah.
course.
So you're Eldritch Blasting.
Yep.
Nice.
Eldritch Blast.
That's what I like to see.
Since they
It's
crackle
the
from your
highest
fingertips,
damage
could you
cantrip
basically,
there is.
since it crackles from your fingertips, could you basically just go, boy, and just fucking blast somebody?
Yeah.
All right.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tragic.
That's tragic.
That is tragic.
Bot
Tragic.
doesn't like us tonight, boys.
Oh, it loves me.
Badge. Damn. Unfortunately, that's your turn. And that is a nat 1 to hit.
Oof.
Sad cack, indeed. Okay. So. That'll take us back to the start of initiative order.
Hey,
Which brings us back around to Jada, who
it's that bitch. Let's go.
I don't think you would really have any. You wouldn't be able to see at the very least that the acid is on the stairs now, until you get to the stairs.
I
obviously.
didn't go that way anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, you won't know it's there until you get to the stairs, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here. I should have had sneak attack on my last attack. Fuck.
Oof.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right. Anyway, familiar help action. Run up. Booming
Brandon.
blade with sneak attack.
Go ahead and add on that extra d6 from your first as well, or is it 2? I don't know.
Oh, really? 2
Yeah.
to 6.
You had it. You just forgot to roll it. I won't deny you that.
All right. Cool.
One second as well. You had made a stealth check, right? It was 8. It was good, right? I don't remember.
I didn't make a stealth check this last turn. I'm using help action from my familiar to get advantage this time.
Okay. So you're not stealthing up on him, which means he
No.
sees you. He had used the dodge action
Yeah.
when you guys had not seen him. So that will be at
Ah.
disadvantage.
But I have advantage, so it cancels out.
It cancels that, yep.
Which also means I don't get sneak attack.
Unfortunately.
I don't have disadvantage, and I have an ally within 5 feet.
Wait, the ally being your familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
15 doesn't hit.
Nope.
That's a
Unfortunately.
booming blade, so he can't move from that spot. And I'm going to bonus action disengage, so he doesn't opportunity attack me this time, and run away again.
God. Wait. Oh. Booming blade only affects if you actually hit them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Would the previous one would carry over? Or no, it ends at the start. It goes away at the start of your next turn, so it's gone now.
Did he not move?
No.
Rip!
Oh shit.
Becomes sheath and booming energy until the start of your next turn. So, and this one missed, so it is now technically he is able to move.
Oof cadoodle.
Which means you guys aren't going to be able to see him anymore.
And he will immediately follow after you.
Ha!
He'll get right in your
let's go.
face. And
Fuck me up, fam.
oh boy.
Yeah.
So
This is going to be great. Just fucking
Hey Brandon,
great.
you got
he has
your
a fairly low
you
modifier. So that only one
got
hits.
your backup character pulled up.
Yeah. I've got my
I
backup
feel-
character ready.
I feel like you're like Ogden's plan was amazing. If it weren't for the fact that Jada was already
and then it
separated.
completely failed.
Yeah. It only fails just because Jada had already gone down. That's just like that sort of
I'm
initial.
melee based.
Yeah.
You gotta
Hey,
admit, I'm a fucking genius when it comes to combat
Oh,
solutions.
that's almost max damage.
I'm
Damn.
gonna use my
Oh no.
my brain here and think
Ouch.
big brain for question. How do we get out of the house if we can't go down the stairs?
You can jump out a window.
The window, my man.
Okay.
The window.
Think about it like this: the
There
full
is-
damage that we could
This isn't
conceivably
going too
take.
great.
The full damage that we could conceivably take is a lot less than what this guy could fucking do to us.
That's
I
fair.
will also state that you can technically attempt sliding down the railing. It would just be a dex save or something. And really, honestly, even if you fail it, you wouldn't risk taking damage because you'd be probably far enough down at the point you'd fall. You could catch yourself, no problem. So do keep that in mind in this next go around for turns, or Jada might actually be dead here soon.
But we can still stay up here and just hammer into this guy. Remember,
At the
he can't
cost
come
of
up here.
Jada's life.
He's not within sight range anymore.
And he's no longer. Yeah, you guys can't see him anymore, so he would have no reason to go where you can just attack him randomly.
On the bright side, my backup character would get along better with Ogden than Jada ever possibly would.
I'm going to actually. I'm actually going to. Who up here would be the quickest?
Yeah, Jada is so low already. With that second attack hit, you might have actually been dead. This was. This is not planned for Jada to be technically fighting this thing on her own, so.
Yeah.
I love being
let's hope the party figures something out. Or we're already gonna have a death in the campaign.
I love that.
So, chorus.
There is a reason I always have a bonus character ready.
Yeah.
A backup character ready.
So,
you
chorus
said we
is
could
your
try
turn.
I'm not
Something
stupid
on the
enough to
right,
die,
right?
so that's why I rarely
You can
never
try,
do.
yes. You all
I
have good
will
decks,
attempt.
so. Okay.
I will attempt it.
Deck save.
Oh,
Fuck!
save?
Dude, it was a DC of 8. How could...
He didn't check.
I mean, it was like, oh, it's a DC of 8. Oh, wait, that's a check, Elf. Yeah.
I still
I
have
mean-
an inspiration from last week.
It was supposed to be a save. What's your...
What is it, a save?
Yeah, it's a save. So that would bring it up to an 8. Or no,
We bring it to an 8.
7.
Plus 5.
If you only to a
Oh.
7. You do still have a, I guess, inspiration.
There. Inspiration.
Okay, that's a
I
lot
used
better.
it.
So you start off to a rocky start. It kind of like wobbles for a second, and then like as you're wobbling, you kind of like jump up and then start sliding on your feet. And I'll say that you can even use it to carry your momentum and kind of get you some extra distance as you kind of, despite being a Dragonborn, a relatively larger race, you still are fairly athletic and acrobatic, and kind of pull off a nice gymnastics flip and just land about 10 feet away from the knight, with
And
his
I
back
will-
to you.
Oh, this is gonna end up going really badly, isn't it? Turbo, I don't have advantage this time. Jada is right next to him, though.
Jada is right next to him. Yeah.
Does he know
I'm
I
so
just landed
fucked.
back to behind him?
Probably
I
not.
assume he heard it. No? Does that mean I have advantage?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you advantage on that.
Is dash D for extra damage, right?
I think so.
I think it is. Because
Oh.
I'm just trying to put short sneak attack in there.
Huh.
Oh,
Oh.
I just can't hit. Can I? No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm sticking with flat. I was like,
Well,
I could have just done my breath weapon, but that could have hit. That would have hit Jada too. So
you fire an arrow, but unfortunately it just right into the back plate armor, which now notifies you are there. As he kind of like turns his head over the shoulder, you can see him faintly look at you. He says,
I will look him in the eyes, say in Draconic, "Hello there."
God damn it. How did I not see that coming?
I missed it. What?
I said I would look him in the eyes and say in Draconic, "Hello there."
Oh, god damn it.
How did I not see that coming?
Fucking-
It was so telegraphed. Every sign was
It
there.
really was.
Pain.
It really was.
Pain.
Pain indeed.
Anyways. Okay. So that will bring us next turn to Ogden again.
Alright then, I'm seriously debating as to whether or not I should just... He's not in sightline anymore.
Not
Still,
not
correct?
of you.
Okay.
You did just watch Chorus pull off quite the feat of sliding down the railing, so you can try to replicate it or whatever.
I'm going to run further back, through the house, and I'm going to go through one of the windows, and I'm actually gonna try rappelling down the side, pulling one of the lengths of rope out of my
You'd probably actually have
my
to
bag of holding.
take time to tie the rope, so that might be an action, just to tie the rope. And then
I mean, yeah, but I'm upstairs. He can't get up to me as I have plenty of time.
my concern is not about you, it's about the fact that you have two party members that are currently engaged in combat with them. One of them almost dead already.
It also pretty much uses your turn up
Yeah.
by tying it and going down.
Whereas you could pretty much do the same thing Chorus did with very little repercussions and be...
I'm trying to think about it more along the lines of, if I can get out of here quickly, I could try making as much noise outside, getting the attention of guards
Okay.
who could back us up in this at best, or can apprehend this guy at worst, or
You-
help apprehend at worst. That's my logic.
Okay.
So if there's any holes in this, feel
Well,
free to...
the one then if that's your situation, the one concern I would have is that you'd be going towards the backyard essentially, and that would mean that you still have to go around out front to try to start making noise in a large cul-de-sac that is a little bit further away from the sort of main part of town. So there might be a potentially somewhat long response time.
Not if I utilize one of those blasting charges in the main.
I mean, just taking time for them to get there. You guys would know that even just walking here it took you guys about 15 minutes from sort of the center of town.
Yes, but if I create an explosion, that would probably get a rushed response. Not in a way that would destroy anything,
But
just blast it off in the
while
backyard.
I do agree that would be a rush response, that's still, you know,
He just wants
potentially
to make
5.
noise,
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
like potentially 5 minutes. Which could result in Jada still being dead. But
I
we'll
mean,
go with,
please try to save me, but don't feel too bad if you don't.
yeah.
I'm going to. Let's see. I'm going to. If you would allow this, for me to run back to like one of the windows. You know, twist the cap off one of the blasting charges, and throw it out of the window, like into the lawn, the middle of like the backyard.
Okay.
Because it's like it's a timed fuse. Like it would be a couple.
Yeah.
Be a couple seconds.
Okay. I'll allow that. Yeah.
And if I could use whatever remaining movement I have left to get down the stairs.
You'd have to go down the railing because you would probably cave in the stairs.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, going down the railing is not really going to be movement based, just because you're sliding. It's kind of more momentum, so it increases your speed overall. But pretty much, you'd kind of go back about 15 feet, come back that 15 feet, and kind of like running jump slide down the railing. So give me a dex save.
You got it.
Everyone has good dex, so
Decently so.
I think the lowest is Kalen's at 14.
The deck save. So 1 second.
Yeah. Should be a +4 for you. So you're not proficient, I don't think.
Yep.
Although I don't think you have your saving throw proficiencies in.
Oof.
That's actually the DC, as I said earlier, is only an 8. So
I'm gonna just as soon as I get down to the bottom, I'm just gonna ready the crossbow, like pump it almost like a fucking shotgun.
Yeah. Max, if you could also just remember, because your proficiency and saving throws aren't in on your character sheet, which would be intelligence and constitution. Just keep those in mind.
Alright then. And as soon as I and Brandon, you'll appreciate this. As soon as I get to the bottom of the stairs, I'm gonna look up, kind of like pump, like as if I'm like pumping a shotgun. Get ready to rip and tear, you bloody fucker!
Jesus. So, I would still say you have
Come get some, you demonic fuck!
a bonus action if there's anything you can do with that.
1 second.
I'm not sure if there's much though.
Bonus action, bonus action, bonus action, bonus action. Let me think. Damn, I got bug bites all over me. What was it? Yeah, I don't think there's any spells or anything that I have that would be
Okay.
useful right now as a bonus action.
So that'll bring us to Kalen now.
Okay. If I were to like slide down the rail, could I like jump off it and like land at him? Is your
Yes, but it is raising the DC of the dex save. So that just means it's harder to do.
He's pretty far, so I can't just like drop on him, can I?
No.
I guess I'll try that.
Okay. So just give me a dex save. Damn.
12.
So you still get a good kind of rolling motion with the rolling down or sliding down, and put yourself about the same place where Chorus was, but not exactly what you wanted.
So how
so
far is he?
He's 15 feet away.
Okay, cool. That works.
And he hasn't really had time to turn around, so he still does have his back to all of you.
Cool.
As he is facing poor Jada.
Okay. I'm going to bring into existence my greatsword. I'm going to cast Branding Smite on it, and I'm going to charge him.
Okay.
All right.
Smack that bitch. Fuck. You have advantage.
Oh, I do? Cool.
Yeah, because Jada is on the opposite side of him. Fuck.
Why is the bot not rolling any double digits for me tonight?
Technically, that's a 10. I see a double digit right there, but
okay,
I do see your point, yeah. It has been bad.
I'm guessing this guy's AC is like 18 because he's wearing plate mail or something.
Yeah.
I've gotten one double digit tonight. That's not counting the 10.
Fuck. Okay.
Everything else is
You're a double digit and nat 20.
So Jada,
I didn't
now
get any 20 though.
I got the nat 20.
Yeah. Now we see if Jada can somehow save her
Yes.
ass. Because it is your turn. And you have taken a lot of damage.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Bonus action disengage.
Okay.
See if I can't run outside.
Yeah, you can so running past all your party members, within about 25 feet of movement, you're right at the front door. So with that last 5, you can kind of step outside and close the door to give you sort of an extra bit of protection.
I'm not trying to close the door.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I
yeah.
want him to make an int save, and then I'll close the door.
Yeah. Okay.
My one damaging spell, Mind Sliver.
I almost just used the check command instead of roll, so that is a 10, which I believe fails.
Yeah. Even against my shitty DC, that fails.
Yeah. Nice. Which has a D6 of damage. Hey, 5 damage. And a D4 from his next saving throw.
Psychic
which
damage.
I don't think anyone can actually make use of.
If anyone wants to subject him to a saving throw, go ahead and do that now. It's your best chance.
Okay. Jada avoids death for another turn.
Unfortunately. I mean, yay!
Wow.
Well, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still only 30 feet away.
Yeah. But I imagine you're kind of pressing yourself against the door, so he's at least going to struggle. It does open... Actually, it opens inwards.
Yeah, he's going to struggle until he just slides the entire fucking great sword he's wielding through the door.
But he does also have 3 people blocking
through
him.
the door, and I'm on the other side, like...
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
There is also 3 people blocking him from the door, essentially. So...
Are there?
Yeah, all your party members are now down there kind of engaging him. Coming up from behind him.
We dine in hell, boys.
So it will now switch to him.
I had such a great one-liner too for when I smacked him with the sword.
And he will turn around and face the person that is immediately in front of him. Being Kaylin.
Me. Oh,
No,
Caleb.
you're still a
I
little
got
further
off the
back.
side? Cool.
Because you were shooting with a bow, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, you're not melee this go around though. Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, no, I'm just used to being a monk and being
Yeah.
like right up there.
I
you
know. I know. Okay. He will make both attacks against Kaylin, which I believe both miss, right?
I hope so.
You have an AC
Yep.
of 17, yeah.
17.
Okay.
I'm
So-
gonna T-pose on him.
Yeah. He bringing his greatsword down, he goes for like the big swing trying to just lob a limb off, but you narrowly jump to the side avoiding that attack, and when he brings it back up around trying to sweep out your feet, you just jump over it. No problem. So
So now that
That's-
I'm closer, can I see if this is like a person in the suit of armor, or like a being in the suit of armor, or is it just a suit of armor?
you can see through the face mask. There are eyes. There does appear to
Cool.
be humanoid eyes.
Cool.
It is still relatively dark, so it's hard to really make out the features on the face. Even with dark vision, you can't make out sort of those features, and it kind of appears in different colors of gray to you. So that will bring us to Chorus now.
Cool. Well, I mean, if everybody's getting up to him, then I guess I'll go ahead because my rapier has the same bonus to hit as my short bow does,
Bet.
and everybody's there. So
Yeah, you could kind of
I
maneuver
hit
yourself
sneak
around
attack.
as
Can
well.
I get flanking with anybody?
Yeah, with Kaylin, if you kind of
Cool,
maneuver yourself
I'll do that
around.
then. And another really bad roll to hit.
Oh, these rolls are tragic. Oh my God.
They really are.
It really is.
It started off really good, if I remember.
All of them are bad. Like even some of the like.
Yeah, Jada started off combat with an 18 for a roll, and it's just gone straight downhill. Every attack roll
Just
has
gone
been
down the
below
shitter.
10. Literally every single attack roll, except for Jada's first hit, has been below a 10. Even for the knight, I think. Except for one, maybe.
You
But-
still hit me.
Yeah, you got a 14. Oh my God, these rolls. Okay. Sorry, Course. Ogden, it's now your turn. The knight is about 20 feet away from you. With
All right.
Kaylin on one side and Chorus on the opposite.
Well, here's the fun thing about that. As a primarily ranged character, I'm gonna run the fuck. I'm gonna do a fighting retreat.
And you still have 20
You don't
feet
really
between
need
you
to.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But still, I want to get further away because I have like a heavy crossbow.
Please don't hit Wonder Wash.
I got range for days.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get as far away as I can. How much space do I have?
You still have to be within the foyer, so you could probably move about 20 feet back and still keep line of sight on him.
I will do that.
But I
And
will
I-
say it is actually difficult to move that far back because Kaylin is now kind of in the way. So you would have that risk of hitting Kaylin, and he might even technically gain cover from it. So you if you wanted to be more of an angle, you could kind of maneuver yourself to the right around to his right side, inside the room that he's currently in, and that would if you used all 30 feet, you could still be 20 feet away from him and have a good angle on him with some cover that you can hide behind as well.
Alright. I'm gonna do that then.
Okay.
And I'm going. Let's see. Shit's getting serious now. See what I have in my itinerary real quick.
Right back.
Hmm. Am I able to see Jada?
No, she's
I
outside.
am on the other side of the door, and the door is closed.
Yeah.
So no.
All right, so healing word is out.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, even where you moved to, even if she walked back inside, you couldn't see her from there.
And so if that's the case, I'ma just light this bitch up.
All right. Time for the Ultra Kill soundtrack.
Ultra kill.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, Ultra Kill is quite possibly one of the best game titles.
D10 plus
It's Ultra Kill Infinite Hyper Death is the
It's
name of the
I just
game.
saw
It's
it.
fucking great.
God damn it! Al.
plus
Uh,
6. Yep, this is
That's amazing.
I'll go ahead. And
My
put it
face has become a meme, ladies and
And then-
gentlemen.
I'll go ahead and put it in the memes channel.
Oh my god.
Why? Give him inspiration for making a meme. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
no, that's straight up
just like
inspiration.
that.
That's good.
Oh my god, that is wow. Okay.
For whatever reason, it reminded me of the Doge meme where he's like got his hand. It's on the one that just says, "Bro, I'm literally captive to a terrorist organization. I cannot relate to your ego problems."
Yeah,
Just that picture there.
that is so good.
Just
Holy
like-
shit.
The Hollywood filter of a South American company.
Country.
How do you come up with that?
Have you never like watched any movie where they go to Mexico or anywhere else
Yeah.
in South America and it has the same filter
Yep.
where everything's just kind of yellowy a
Yeah.
little bit?
No,
Not
I know
really,
exactly what you're talking
no.
about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
just how Hollywood shows that they're
Right.
in South America
Yeah.
or
They
Mexico.
have-
I
yeah.
see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. It's
it just
back to
it just
D&D.
has, it just has that filter.
So, unfortunately, you missed. I don't know if I really need to say that, but continuing on from Ogden.
That's
back
why I'm gonna
to
hit him with that
Kalen.
motherfucking intelligence save.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Perfect. I am going to once again.
Hit him.
Hit him
Yeah.
till it
I'm gonna
dies.
hit him.
Guys, we're gonna. Okay, I have this revolutionary new tactic. We group up and we hit it till it dies.
You used Branding Smite, correct? That's also still a
Yes.
disadvantage, so... Or advantage.
How?
Sorry, advantage. My bad. I misspoke.
Branding Smite is still active.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Branding Smite's still active, that's why I was just making sure. Okay.
Okay.
Hits, though. Just wanted to see if you got a crit. So that is a extra 2d6 radiant damage.
Fuckers.
Hoggerino.
Imagine needing a spell to do an extra 2d6.
Augers in my Valentina white bag.
God damn it.
Hey Brandon, imagine actually fucking dying.
I could never.
In fairness, it's because you kind of closed off his one escape route that took him somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, once again,
So if
it was
I die,
a
I
really,
blame you.
really good concept. It's just unfortunate the circumstances.
It's unfortunate we got a dumbass who wanted to just
Well-
charge in dick first.
He had no way of knowing you were going to do that, you know?
Oh, yeah, true.
I didn't realize he was just
I
going to go
am
straight.
literally melee oriented.
He is
My
very
best
melee.
attack is a rapier.
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna like go down, see what was down there, come back, and we create a plan.
This party planning?
Jada, plan.
What do you mean? This entire group and planning.
I'm sorry for assuming you weren't just gonna red foo it.
Me and Elf are the only ones that actually fucking plan any sort of shit out
Elf's
in
plan
a campaign.
is be a monk, run at something, hit thing. Stun thing, no stun thing, hit thing. That is Elf's plan.
That's a
for the
plan.
majority of its characters.
That's a plan.
Or barbarian, yes.
I mean, if I was hell, if I was playing a fucking paladin right now, we probably would have already been done with this situation. If we're gonna be 100% honest.
All right.
with ourselves.
Anyways, so, yeah, Kaylin, did you roll damage? You did 12.
Unfortunately, that's why I gotta get more alcohol.
That's still good damage.
Two in one.
Look, see
From
now
46,
now you can
I
see it's a
got
different color.
17.
Look at that. That's Pog. The different color of hurt. I don't. What color even is that? Is that just gray? I don't know. I know red is when it gets really low. So,
That is a dark green.
Yeah, it's a very dark green, but it almost looks brown.
It
Oh
looks
my
black,
God.
honestly.
Do what now?
Wait, hold on. I need to turn my blue light back on. Maybe then I can see it better.
What are we
Oh,
talking about?
okay. Oh God, that hurts. No, blue light, go away. Stop it. I don't want
What are
you.
we talking about?
The color for the how much damage you guys have effectively dealt to the knight.
Oh.
Which, if you're not in the improved initiative link, you should, because it'll help you keep
I
track
haven't
of
what?
everything.
You would know that Jada is taking 21
your
damage
turn!
and the
I
the
hit
knight
it!
is hurt.
No, it's finished its turn. I'm just saying, if you don't have the improved initiative link open that I posted in Players Only, you probably should have it open.
It is
Oh.
useful.
It is very important, as it shows everything that's gone on in the fight. That was the end of Jada or Kaylin's turn,
see
so it's
no
now
color.
to Jada. On the hurt,
All right.
Mm-mm.
it should be a very, very dark green. Does it almost look? It's hard to see. You really have to look at it.
I'm colorblind
Alright,
too,
so-
so like maybe that's it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't paying attention anyway.
So, I will run in with my my familiar giving me the help action. Booming blade with advantage.
Okay.
And let's see.
Let me guess. You're gonna do more rogue shit and disengage and run out. Oh wait, you can't. Not at the
How
same
did you
time.
guess?
You don't have enough movement because it takes you 30 to get to him.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Hmm. All right. Well, whatever the case, I dealt maximum damage with my rapier, and
You have allies within 5 feet of him, so you also get sneak attack.
Indeed.
+7.
Nicotic.
So that's
Okay,
a
so that's
total
21.
of 21 damage in a single attack. And if he moves, he takes damage. Bonus action dash and run away, risking that opportunity
Okay.
attack.
He will take it.
I don't want to be there for his regular attack.
An 18 hits.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, Jade is going
I
down.
did a lot of damage.
He has to
13
move
points
though, so
damage.
he takes damage, right?
He doesn't have to move. He just basically swings as she's running away.
That's
It's actually, no, it's moving
Guess
from
who's
your spot.
unconscious?
You. Don't worry.
Gee, I
I'll
wonder
be
how
more
you
than.
guessed that one.
Don't worry. I will be
Such a
more
difficult
than.
question.
Oh, now you can see it says bloodied, though.
More than willing
Hey,
to just
bloody.
trace a penis on your forehead.
I really like, God, improved the initiative. So actually good. Holy shit.
I'm the only one that's taking damage. I wonder why.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
He just missed me.
Rogue.
He just whiffed.
Yeah, he has missed twice on everyone else, so. He's made
Well,
attacks,
I
he's just missed every time.
3 times on him, so
Motherfucker, what is
Wait.
your AC?
17.
Actually, no, he did hit one of you. I just don't think I removed the damage.
What is everyone else's AC?
14.
14. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. I
I
have
think
leather
he had-
armor and +3 to dex.
What kind
No, it
of
didn't hit
rogue are
close.
you?
The kind that still has his highest stat in dex.
Yeah, his stats are okay. They're not crazy
Yeah, my
good.
stats aren't like stellar. I don't have any really bad stats, but at the same time, I don't have any really good stats. I have
Yeah.
13,
Hey, Max,
17,
what armor are you
14,
wearing?
16, 14, and 13.
Nice.
I'm wearing what is
Max,
the
what
step
armor
below?
you got?
What is the step below half plate?
I think it's chainmail that you're wearing, right?
Breastplate.
Or is it breast? Yeah, I think it's breast because he has
What's your
16
AC
AC.
then? Like 16, 17?
Yeah, 16. So that's breastplate
Alright,
then.
cool.
I think chain would be
Ooh.
higher than that. So,
Let's not go for a backup.
what the fuck are you already?
You haven't even died yet. Stop rolling up new
Yeah,
characters.
holy shit.
I already
Um,
have a backup.
yeah, he
I
already
don't
has
need to
it.
roll. I'm just rolling to roll, man.
So,
Wow. Those are terrible.
oh shit,
Okay.
wait, that means you're unconscious
Continuing
standing
on.
right next to him.
Yep. This is why I had a backup character ready. I did so much
Fuck.
backstory work for this character, but oh well.
Fuck, dude.
I mean, he's got other people attacking
He's got
him.
plenty of other targets.
I
Would
would
he
think
go for the
he
kill?
would go for the
But
ones that aren't
he's
down
also,
yet.
you can see he is very close to dying. Why would he not just take someone out with him?
Yeah, if he
Fair.
goes for the kill, a single hit, because I am prone and unconscious,
Yeah, that
It's
would be
Automatic
crit.
crit
and any crit against an unconscious creature
is two
is
fails.
2 fails.
is
yeah.
2 failed death
Which means
saves.
because he can hit you
if he
twice,
can
you're
hit
instantly dead.
twice, I'm instantly dead. So
F.
My backup character for this one is a necromancer.
His first attack will be
Nice.
on Jada.
He's an ethical necromancer.
So that is, he will roll. We'll see if it hits. He has advantage
he
as
still
well.
has
so.
to hit, yes,
Yeah.
but he has advantage and auto crits.
Yo, holy shit! Oh
What
my
did I do?
god!
He got too cocky and
He
missed.
didn't hit.
Hey.
Hey,
With
Lamau.
advantage, his highest roll was a nat 5.
Holy
Hey.
shit, you're so lucky, dude! Well, seeing as I don't even
Is he-
know how to like describe how that even happens on a down person.
Well, I mean, he is very wounded, so he can.
He's
Yeah, so
distracted,
you
and
see,
so he
like-
like swings and it just embeds
Yeah.
on the floor next to me.
You can kind of see as like blood is just kind of like coming out of his helmet as he kind of like picks up his greatsword kind of unsteadily and then tries like slamming it down and just narrowly like misses, just like stabbing right underneath like Jada's armpit, just like, and you hear some cursing and infernal.
Awesome.
He said not
And-
a word.
He's gonna try to hit you again,
Bet. Do it, bitch.
which I mean you're still gonna survive. Oh, dude, the dice are in your favor. Holy shit!
Dice are in
Holy
cahoots.
shit, dude!
The dice just hate everyone tonight. Like, they're just like shitting on
Yeah,
everybody.
it's just low rolls
Except
everywhere.
me. The dice love me.
God damn it, you jinxed it, bitch.
Can I kill
Oh
him
boy.
instead?
A 10 with advantage.
Holy
and then on the
shit.
second attack,
And
7
on
with advantage.
both with advantage. Both roll the nat 1. Bro, I feel Jada better become religious after this, cause she just got some like straight up divine intervention. Like holy shit, Jada should have been dead.
Fuck you, that's how.
Yeah.
When somebody asked Jada how she survived.
Oh no, is this like the This is the last campaign. I thought I'm immortal. I can't die.
The gods
Holy shit,
have
dude.
determined that I am not ready to die yet because the mortal realm has not suffered
Wow.
enough.
No, I think it's just because they don't want to suffer.
That is so baffling, though.
Maybe.
The fact that not
Maybe,
only did he
maybe.
miss on the first one, and then the second one, where they both have nat ones, is just chef's kiss. I don't even need to fudge the dice rolls, you know? I was thinking about it, to be honest. I was really thinking about like just rolling my normal dice, and even if it passed, I was gonna be like, oh, it fails. But I didn't even have to. Sometimes it just works.
It just works.
Sometimes it just works.
I mean, I still have to roll death saves until someone picks
I
me
rolled a
up,
death
so-
save, so
Yeah.
you don't even know.
I know.
Saves now.
Yeah.
So chorus. Oh wait,
All right.
no, sorry, I need to press next again. Chorus, yes.
See if I can actually hit it this time. I'm gonna stab it with the rapier again.
Okay. Fuck.
That's a 10.
Damn it, dude.
With advantage. I haven't
Perfectly
rolled.
balanced, as all things should be.
I haven't hit him once. I would have maxed out my damage on my rapier, gotten over half damage with sneak attack.
That is insane. All right.
I am upset, to say the least.
On to Ogden.
Sometimes shit just hit different.
Ogden, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna hit the motherfucker again. Let's be honest.
Yep. What are you hitting him with, though?
Crossbow.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That hits.
God, I wish that were me.
The 10 plus.
You would do a lot more
4.
damage.
I would have done
Alright.
19 damage.
All right. Ogden, you watch as the bolt looses from your heavy
Does this
crossbow
kill him?
and flies
No.
directly into his helmet, and it just stays embedded there as he slowly slumps over, falling to the ground.
I want to
Oh
kick him.
my god, it actually kills him.
Yep.
Boom! Headshot, you little fuck!
Bruh.
I want to kick his head.
Yeah, no, like I said, he was in all-out desperation just to take someone with him. He was nearly dead. He had
I
6
missed out
health
on-
remaining.
I missed out on 55 damage from all the damages, all the rolls that I missed. 55 damage that never connected.
I'm going to
That's
I'm going to use prestidigitation, if you'll allow me to do so real quickly, to play the level up some. Dun, 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 dun.
Sure. As his body kind of
Just
slumps
holding
over,
the thing up above my head, Tuscan Raider style. Going.
you hear a pounding at the door. Before the door is kind of pushed open, you see a couple guards step in and just go, "What's going on over here?"
I'm making.
Oh,
a
now
noise.
you fucking show up.
What's going on here?
I mean,
Oh, now you
considering
fucking
that they
know.
responded in like a minute, that's pretty fucking impressive.
It
Okay.
is.
I guess my whole
I'm
blowing that
unless
shit up
there's-
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Oi, 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 what's going on here?
Also, Jada is still
Lord.
on the ground, by the way, and I am rolling death saves.
I just made a medicine check for that though.
Did you? Okay, I did not hear
Yeah.
that.
So I got a 14.
Okay.
So that
Yeah, he is
that's
stabilized. In case you were
I'm
curious, it
going
was
to-
one pass, so.
I'm going to
You got a license for practicing medicine.
I'm gonna walk over to
Can I get
To,
a
uh,
medicine check?
Medicine?
Let's
You're
call
the
it an attack
pharmacist.
roll.
It's called an attack roll. What are you on about?
You're the pharmacist.
Pharmacy rolls and pharmacy rolls.
You'll watch as the first guard that had opened the door steps in. About 4 more fall behind him, and he kind of has his hand on his sword, and he's like, "What's going on? I'd ask that you answer us."
I'm
I'll
going
point to the
to.
dead guy and say, "You
I'm
idiot,
going-
you
We
dumbass."
broke into this house and then this guy attacked us.
One at a fucking
I'm
time.
going
Conscious.
to.
You-
I'm unconscious.
I'm going to raise my hand and explain the situation of what happened while I'm walking over to Jada, and using as soon as
No. Don't heal her yet. This is the quietest it's gonna be for a while.
don't worry, don't worry, I have something that's gonna be funny. I'm going to explain the situation as I'm walking over to Jada. I'm gonna point down, and then this bitch, as I use healing word, and slap her ass.
That's sexual
not
assault.
That's not how healing word works either.
No, that's cure wounds.
I could cast it and do that.
He could still do it, I guess.
I do.
That's also-
I do definitely
that's
think that
also
it's sexual assault.
We're gonna have to report you to HR.
Yeah.
There are guards standing right there.
Yeah.
Fine, I
You
slap
did,
her
you did
face.
just do that in front of policemen.
I slap her face then.
Now it's just assault.
Yeah, now
I'm
she's
smacking somebody into consciousness again. All right.
Hey, literally, like
Heal
you cast
myself.
healing. You cast healing word. She kind of slowly starts to sit up, and you just slap her, and she goes unconscious again.
I slap her and then heal her. Damn it.
I'm basically picturing him casting the spell as he slaps me, so I kind of just jerk up and just shout, "I do not consent," and then punch him in the face.
Okay,
And
you
fall
do
back down on
exactly
the floor.
that.
And then fall back down on the floor.
Like as this happens, you watch the guards just like panic and just draw their swords, just like what?
I'm just gonna hold out my hand and say, just
Don't worry. I'm going to, as I'm laying on my back. She's like, don't worry. This is normal fare for us.
It's the usual daily headache.
If
I'm gonna shadow and just
How much do you heal me for?
he hasn't rolled it, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a D4 plus his spellcasting modifier, I believe.
Intelligence.
Roll.
Should be
Which
like
I think is
plus
plus
3.
three.
Yeah. Oh, max.
All right.
Hey!
Max.
Maximum
Max from Max.
8.
That's wizard.
Pretty
Oy,
wizard.
oy, oy, oy.
Actually, you know what? I'm going. Can I just semi-retcon what just happened? Instead of all of that, I'm just going to
No,
slap
it's
her
already
across the
happened.
face
It has already happened.
as I'm casting healing
We're
word.
gonna
I'm
move
just gonna
on
fucking
before we
dab.
spend like 30 minutes on this. So the guards, kind of calming down a little bit, say, but still keeping their weapons out. They say, if we could ask you, kind of just set your weapons aside and come with us, so that way we can.
I refuse. Laying on the ground, nearly unconscious.
I
We
just
get-
pick her up.
Yeah, we can get a medic in for her.
You're just gonna carry me.
Oh,
I'm just
oh,
gonna put you over my shoulder and carry you.
how far
Okay.
are the how? Oh. Yep.
I don't actually weigh all that much.
I'm gonna toss my sword to the guard, like so it has the handle facing him, and
Yeah.
it just disappears.
Okay.
But
He kind of like
I knew you were gonna do that. That's great.
you would throw it at him, and he like almost goes to reach it, and it's like,
And then I'm gonna freak out when it just vanishes.
oh my god,
You're
What
gonna
did you
fight
do to
with
my
them.
sword?
what?
You're gonna have to pay
Hey, it
for that.
wasn't, no, it wasn't me. I didn't do anything. What?
Dude, we gotta get out of here, man. This house is still haunted.
The fuck?
Something else now, dude.
On the meanwhile,
Here.
in the distance, you can
So
hear
great.
a door upstairs slam shut. The guard just looks like he shit himself and says, "Oh!" and just out the door.
Minor illusion cantrip too.
To what?
I'm gonna cast minor illusion cantrip and just have a scream upstairs.
I don't. Can you do a sound with that? I don't even know.
Yeah, you can.
Oh my god.
You can create a sound or
And you
image
said
of
that the door slamming was my invisible mage hand.
No, it's actually the ghost.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's
You
so
create a
fucking
sound.
ghost.
It's volume range from a whisper to a scream.
It's actually just the ghost of his daughter, right?
Yeah, this place fucking haunted, bro. I'm pretty sure I made that clear with my descriptions.
Yeah, I mean,
Moon's haunted.
I'm just helping reinforce it. Just to fuck with them too.
I'm just walking out the door at this point, carrying Jade over my shoulder.
Jay is just complaining. The guards are kind of like confused as fuck and just kind of like following you out with their weapons still kind of drawn, just kind of like, can we trust these guys? Or are they fixing to murder us? You notice that 2 of the guards out of the 5
Like
stay.
you said, I'm complaining the entire time.
Yeah, the 2 of the
I'm
guards.
armed.
I'm uncomfortable. Everything hurts.
Yeah, 2 of the guards you see kind of stay inside for a little bit.
I will do that for you.
You see as they kind of walk over to the body right as you're exiting out. And as you get probably about 15 feet away, you hear, "Oh fuck!" And then, you all kind of like turn around, just like, what just happened? And
Why
then
is the loud man screaming?
after like a minute or so, you watch as both of them.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh fuck!
Uh-oh.
What the hell, Max?
Oh my god!
Everything's
Why?
going good.
Give us 1 second. We'll be right back once
Oh,
this is sorted
no.
out. Okay, sorry about that slight mishap. We're back. Everything is fixed.
Is it though?
For now. Hopefully it can last 30 minutes while we get towards wrapping up. So, you all kind of like stand there for about 30-40 seconds before you see both the guards walk out. One of them kind of like looking back.
Shit.
You see as the guard towards the back just says, "What the fuck happened?" He says, I don't know. I thought I saw
Died.
I thought I saw the body move. Is weird. We should just get going. Get going.
All right,
they-
I'm just gonna pull out the crossbow and just shoot it in the head again.
You can't see it. You're all outside, like in the cul-de-sac, walking away.
I'm gonna lean over to a guard that's by us and I'm just gonna whisper. Does anybody you know have detect magic? Cause might want to look into having them too looked at.
Some of the higher up detectives are capable of casting certain magics. I'm sure they'll handle it just fine.
Might want to do that.
No need to worry about it, citizen. They'll continue leading you along, taking you back into the main part of the city, and leading you to their actual headquarters for the guards, which is actually kind of somewhat strewn out the same way that a police precinct would be. There's a few desks here and there where you see some people working on paper. You see several guards kind of moving around. You see
Where are we?
You're basically in the guards' headquarters that they've just led you to.
Police station. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I kind of briefly went unconscious on his shoulder.
Okay.
Definitely not because I purposefully jostled her to smack her head against my back and knock her out again.
It's all blurry, you know?
Sure, we'll say that.
That's good. So you you guys kind of are led towards some back rooms that are pretty much interrogation rooms. They just make you guys sit inside and say someone should be here to talk to you in a few minutes. Just stay there. They don't really close the door on you or anything. You do see 2 of the guards stay standing outside the door though.
If they don't close the door,
Wait.
Walk out.
Who are the 2 guards outside the door?
No one you know. They're just random guards you've never met
Okay,
before.
so they're not the same 2 guys.
No, they appear to be 2 different guys.
All right.
I'm just gonna try and walk out.
As you start to walk out, they kind of like cross their spears that they're holding and just say, "Sorry, ma'am. Just staying here for a few more minutes. It's at the bequest of one of your friends."
I want to speak to my attorney.
Uh,
I really almost thought you said you wanted to speak to the manager.
wh- why?
That would be such a Jada thing to fucking do.
I will
What?
not be questioned by the police without an attorney present.
Uh,
And then I'll go sit down at the table,
Uh,
cross my arms silently.
Just
One of the guards is gonna look in at like the rest of the group, just like, "Are you sure you claim her?"
No.
I figured as much.
She's a good distraction, if nothing else.
Let's see.
So, after a few minutes of waiting, eventually that same detective that you guys had originally saw at the murder of Dr. Tennant, you watch as he walks in with Tathara following behind him. And she kind of walks over close to you guys and says, "Oh, I heard there was some loud explosion in the area, roughly where you guys were, and got a little worried. Happy to see you're all right. Jada, you don't look so good."
He's not talking until there's an attorney in here. She's
Why?
a bit paranoid? I don't know. She's being her usual self.
Rogue guards. Two and two together here.
Rogue.
Yeah,
I'm-
but you're
I'm-
a very different type of rogue. You
I'm
know?
rogue, but not like that. That is
Yeah.
my class.
This is literal class warfare here.
This is interesting, I guess.
So basically, what
Anyways.
had happened was we
Uh,
went to Dr. Tennant's house. We found some books that we believe he was going through, but whenever he was on his way to talk to us, whenever he got killed, we have the books as well. I was gonna look through them at some other point in a safer location, and we were attacked by a knight of some sort. I didn't actually get a good look at what he was. You know, he
I'm
was
going
speaking.
to go. Actually, this is how he looked, and I'll just point to like an empty space, and I'll just cast.
Yeah, but he was in full armor, so I mean, you couldn't
You
really
didn't.
get a good
Yeah,
look
you
at
couldn't
his
get a good look at his
face.
face.
So
I mean,
not
I was
even
like
really
right
knowing
up
what.
Yeah, but he still has that sort of
I kinda
thick
got
He had
face
like a
mask on,
full helmet.
and it was in the dark as well.
Yeah.
Even with dark vision, it's still difficult to really get a good look at that to fully recreate it. So basically,
Wielding-
you make the minor illusion, but it's just like a potato with like very detailed eyes.
He was in full armor, had a great sword, and spoke in Infernal, I believe?
Yes.
Or was it demonic?
Yeah.
Of some sort? Yeah. Infernal.
Only Caitlin would actually be able to confirm that, but yeah. So hi, can I help you, buddy?
Okay.
Your tail is going crazy. Hi.
Dog, 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 dog.
Dog.
Just give me a minute. Give me a minute.
You will love that dog.
Well, I think he wants to go invade other people's rooms. And I also have like a slight piece of bread, but sure.
And I will point over at Jada and said she almost died.
That
as-
explains.
Yeah.
That explains.
I regretfully saved her.
And
So-
I fucking headshotted the bastard.
At this point, the detective that you saw walk in has kind of sat down. He's kind of eyeing you all up, giving you guys like a good sort of glance over. And Tathara's like, "Oh, my apologies. This is Detective Elevin, or Elevane. Yeah, Elevane.
Is he an elf?
Yes, most people here are elves.
Mm.
He is.
Vane, is that Vane?
Yeah.
This is a man who was bullied a lot in school.
Probably not, but I don't know why he would.
Elevane. Elvin.
And
Okay. I don't see how much bullying you could
Yeah.
really do with that. He's an elf, and his last name kind of sounds like Elvin. So what?
yeah,
You guys forget how big of a douchebag that teenagers can be.
yeah, but these are also elves and in a fantasy world, so I don't think it's exactly
These are
relatable.
elven teenagers.
Yeah.
They're a lot more civilized than dwarven teenagers are. You
It's also
cur.
not like a guy knows.
How do you know that I
I
can?
mean,
How do you
Anyways,
know that I healed you and I can fucking unheal you too?
That was out of character, you cur.
damn, hit him with the cur. So
Oh, shut up! You're 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Detective Elevane kind of leans forward,
I mean,
clasping
yeah,
his hands. Hello. Nice to meet all your acquaintances.
really nice for all of them. Looking
Oh,
over
indeed.
specifically at Jada and then to Kaylin.
I suppose I
Why
see what
is
you're
it
saying.
me looking at?
Regardless,
No.
Miss Belt is here.
wanna hear
Informed
what's
me.
up.
If you could hold on for your petty squabbles, please. We do have a murder to solve here.
It's not really a murder. He
It
attacked
isn't.
us,
Was
No,
and then we killed
I'm
him.
very
not
certain
that murder,
Dr.
you dumbass.
Tennant
don't
was
worry.
indeed murdered.
She has the lowest intelligence of the party.
That's proving itself evident, but not my point.
I realized our party
my
is
God.
split perfectly down the gender lines.
Yes, it is.
Well, not for long.
You're transitioning?
Well, I expect to die soon.
I mean, you're still very much so alive, so I don't know.
Yeah, you are alive.
I mean, if you want, I could just take you out back. You could just
I-
get on your knees.
I have
Behind
zero
the-
intention of letting in the characters die unless something bad happens.
I
like,
could always just execute her.
Okay.
it's gonna get really annoying if we go back to this
We're not
stale
going to
purpose
execute
of
players.
people just wanting to kill their characters, such as Red Foo, which I allowed only
I
because
don't want to
Well,
kill
no,
my
see-
character.
Yeah.
I'm just.
But-
I was playing him how he's been played. He had no intelligence, no wisdom, no charisma.
and he's gonna be the BBEG now, and he's gonna be way overpowered.
Bet.
Um,
Will he still just be full send
That's
guy?
great.
And just still rushing?
yeah, he'll full send, just one shot one of you, and just look to the next. And that's when you guys will immediately regret.
There's no wisdom, right? I self-check.
He has no wisdom for now.
If we stand still, maybe he won't notice us.
Based on movement.
That's the one
Hey,
true
make an
weakness.
intelligence save, bitch.
God. Anyways. He continues saying, so, you were saying something about books that you had found that had something to do with his potential murder, right?
Oh, that guy.
I
Could
will look at Tathara and say, how much does he know?
Tathara kind of looks around and says, do you mind if I close this door? And he just nods his head. She goes to close it and says, I told him enough that we had found something important, and that information led to Dr. Tennant's death. I didn't want to fill him in on any more than that. And the detective kind of looks back and forth between you guys and says, so, I assume there's a reason why you want to keep the details from me, and if I had to guess, it's something along the lines of putting my life in danger. Fuck that. I'm all for that. So, fill me in. Whatever you want.
I will lay it on him
Okay.
after calling him home slice.
All right. Here's the deal, home slice. He just, huh? We had always, whatever is said in this room stays in this room. Do I make myself clear? I think we're all in agreement.
I'm gonna
with
look
that.
over to. I'm gonna look over to Colorus and say, Jade, get Jade out of here.
Damn.
Can I throw her out a window?
It's an interrogation room. There's not even like that sort of one-way window in there. It's just
What kind of interrogation room is this?
I'm pretty sure that one-way window was not invented for like a while.
Magic?
They probably do have some sort of magic, but it appears to be a closed-off room.
They could just scry in this
Yeah.
room if they needed to. I mean,
there's plenty of other ways that probably are way more effective. So, he looks around at all of you, getting an okay before he continues on, assuming that all of you agree not to share information outside this room. I need actual convincing answers, but he continued saying there have always been reports of certain goings-ons within the Bloomington College.
I genuinely don't remember what we found in that basement, so like
a bunch of
I'm not gonna say shit.
Hospital beds and medical documents that we're talking about different students that were diagnosed with mental problems. But like stuff like schizophrenia.
We still have those documents, right?
Tatara does.
Yep, I got a copy of them.
We specify that we got them. We took them back.
Okay.
I thought we gave her a copy and we kept the original.
I think there was no copy.
How are we making? Yeah. How can we make copies? There's no scanner printer.
I mean, you can copy documents without a printer.
There's probably a way, but it doesn't matter.
It's called the pen and paper.
Doesn't matter.
That takes a long time.
So, he'll continue explaining that there have been certain reports of students going missing and turning up okay in some other far-off city with no recollection of ever attending the college, or certain students that were found dead after being missing for several months. Yet there was never really anything that they could tie to anyone, and most of the cases just went cold.
That's a shame.
The fuck?
That's a shame.
Why does it sound so insensitive coming from you, though?
It's just my character.
I guess that's true. And he'll kind of start theorizing, like, so could there potentially be connections? You said you have some sort of documents with names and whatnot on them, right?